Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. It's another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your comforts together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat.
Darling. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Hello to all of my tea sippers, my crumpet dunkers, my tea brewers, my pot stirrers, and my tea leaf readers. What's going on in your world, honey? It's another glorious day, my darlings, and I know you know what time it is, honey. So I know you have all of your comforts together because, darlings, it's time to dish tea. And you are dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meats. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Honeys, it's one of those days. Okay. I had planned some stuff that I was supposed to be doing today. I was going to get up. I was going to go to the market, get a couple things. I needed to prepare my dinner and things of that nature. I was going to go grab a couple other things, honey, so I can, go to the bread market and things and get a couple loaves of bread. That's what I thought I was going to do today. Well, I sat up in here. I got off work at 7 a.m. Okay. Then I came in, got a couple of Z's, woke up, talked to a few people, went back to sleep for just a little bit, got a little bit more. And then after that, I realized that the time was had gotten away from me. Next thing I know, it was 4 or 5 o'clock, and I was like, "Oh no!" Because see, I had planned this dinner. I was supposed to be doing I got some canned greens, right? And it's easier for me to do canned greens than I just doctor them. So I take off you take the canned greens and you take off the water. I mean, the juice and the stuff in the can. You rinse them, and then you add your own flavoring and stuff to it. Now, I would boil mine in some chicken stock or some turkey stock or whatever, add a little vinegar, apple cider vinegar in there, season them and carry it on, and then if I got some meat or whatever, I put a little, maybe if I got some cooked chicken or something or usually when I go to the store, I would buy turkey bacon. And you cut up some turkey bacon up in there because it's just turkey. So you cut up some turkey bacon, get you some liquid smoke and carry it on, honey. Let it boil down a little bit. If I don't have that, then sometimes when I buy my lunch meat, you get turkey breast lunch meat or some chicken breast lunch meat or whatever. And then depending on how I do, sometimes I take the turkey and the chicken and cut it up or whatever to intensify the flavor because it's all poultry anyway. Or one or the other, right? Depending on what my mood is. So that's supposed to be my greens. I was supposed to go get some beets because I don't like beets, but I've discovered that if I had the beets on top of the greens, honey, oh my God. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, okay, when you're single and don't have to cook for folks anymore, honey, you get away with those little do-wah ditties, child. And that's a come. And then when you learn how to doctor them, you're okay. Because as you know, I know how to cook a little bit. And so when you learn how to doctor a couple things, you get around some of that stuff. Now, what I don't like about canned greens is that they are chopped and not cut. So it takes a little bit more to deal with. But I can get around all that. But no, it's just me. And see, a can of greens would be enough because see, if I go make some, I got this whole big old vat. And since my surgeries and stuff, I don't eat as much as I used to. My appetite has picked up since the surgeries, but I don't eat as much as I used to. And then, child, that stuff from I went to waste. And I know you. Listen. I know the truth. Come on now. But yeah, he done went savage on me, honey. Right. Okay. But nonetheless, um it's I was supposed to be doing that and so I get the beats because I'm having circulatory issues and things. And so I'm told that I know because I've done this before, beets and stuff help to get into your blood system and things, and they're good for the blood and they're cleansing your veins and all that. And so I'm like, okay, well, let me get some beets and stuff up in here. And that's the only way I can eat them. And now here's something too. I've never had fresh beets, like a freshly picked beet or something from the farmer's market or something like that. I never, because I don't know how to cook them. I've never had to. So I've never done a fresh beet. I've always had them canned. So um, with that being said, again, you had to take off that water and stuff off the canned stuff because it has so much salt in it. So once you do that, you're able to flush it out. But sometimes you have to be careful because like with beets, beets are that delicious plum color. And as you know, the water inside the can, it done turn plum like the beet. So that's because the color in it. And you have to be careful with that because sometimes the color is where all of the nutrients of the vegetable is. So you want to monitor that. So if you don't want to take off all of the water from the can, then what you do is you add some water so that you can cut that salt down, and then season it with a little bit of pepper. Get your little onion powder, not salt, onion powder, and they just to season them a little bit, or let them be because you got all your flavoring in your greens. You take those girls, honey, and don't put them in the pot of greens, honey. What you do is you heat them up, and then you take out what you want and put on top of yours in your little bowl or however you're gonna do your greens, baby. When I tell you those some really really good eats, baby. Yeah. Okay. Now I wasn't gonna do cornbread this time, honey, because though I usually do cornbread with my greens, I just wasn't feeling the cornbread today. I was gonna do me some biscuits because I got me some apple butter up in here. I got some apple butter, and I'm down to my last couple of jars of some pear preserves. My coworker, his sister, cans her own preserves. Oh, I had never had pear preserves ever. Okay. And I come from a family that do all that canning and carrying on. And we have never had pear preserves. At least I haven't. And when I tell you I thought it was jelly or a jam. These are preserves. And he's in my sister maker. And my partner, he's one of how many kids he said his parents had like 17. It's up there in them double digits, but it's after 10. It's more than 10. It's more than 12, but it might be 17. I think he told me 17. So it's a lot of them. Okay. And so this one particular sister, I told him, I said, you tell your sister all she got to do is make these for me, honey. And I'll marry her. We ain't got to do nothing. All she got to do is make these preserves, child. And I said, and then I'll pay her bills. Honey, I would get her right together. Just as long as she do these damn preserves, child. When I tell you I have walked into the other side of heaven and didn't even know it. You know how you you know how when you went to the back in the 70s, I'm a 70s baby. Back in the 70s, you know, remember when we had those little when the back rooms had those the shingle little diddy things on the door. You know what? You know those little rain curtains and shit. Remember when adult bookstores was there, and they used to have it up on the thing when you went into the record store, whatever, because nobody under 18 could go back there. Well, honey, after eating these pear preserves, child, I felt like I had just walked over into the looking glass, honey, or whatever, because I'm telling you. Then he sat down and told me his brother told him that he eat his with peanut butter. I said, what did you just say? He said, yeah, my brother said he eat his with peanut butter. Baby, I came up in here, you know, I eat my peanut butter straight out the jar. So I got me a spoon and took that peanut butter out the jar and I dipped it in that motherfucking pear preserve. Over. Absolutely on the other side of the rainbow. Do you understand me? I said, Dorothy, Patty, Stephanie, Judy, somebody sang the damn song and take me over the rainbow. You understand me? Because I'm telling you, them damn pear preserves are the exact tea. They complete tea. Okay, all the way tea. So, um, so I said all that to say I was gonna make me some biscuits because I had that. I'm gonna use that to eat my biscuits with and carry it on. You know. So you had stuff for dinner, but then I got the rest of these biscuits. I'm like, I got my little stuff with. And then I'm gonna take. I got these chicken breasts I had taken out of the freezer. Now, supposed to be doing me some mushroom chicken, you know, with the cream of mushroom soup and carrying on. And I said, okay, I was going to now again. I was supposed to go to the grocery store. Now I said I needed beets. Now I need mushrooms to go with the mushroom. Will do. I did it. Supposed to go get some bread and carry it on. Blah blah blah. Well, honey, I just didn't feel like doing nothing. So, needless to say, I did not cook my meal because I wanted this mushroom chicken, and I said I was gonna put it in the oven. And you know, oh my God, I said I'd like to get some baby bella mushrooms or some shiitake mushroom. You take your cream of mushroom soup, honey. You make it according to how you're going to do it on the can, right? But you season it a little bit because you know that don't come. It has this natural salt in it, but you need to put a little pepper and stuff in there, and you know put a little pepper, no garlic powder, a little bit of garlic, you know, onion powder, you know. Or sometimes I would take some onion soup mix and mix the onion soup mix in it, you know, and then I take and I add some mushrooms in it, you know, and blah blah blah. So that there is that. Now, what you do with your chicken, you take your chicken, you know, you season your chicken in your pan. Now, I always put, um, most of the time, I put water, you know, in so that it can moisturize the chicken and stuff while it's baking. But sometimes I would take chicken broth and put the chicken broth in with the chicken so that it just infuses that chicken flavor. Well, when I'm doing the mushrooms, the mushroom soup, sometimes I don't put as much water in it. I would use milk because you know you need the milk to sit down there to give the soup the little do I did it. Now for flavoring, what I would do is I would get the chicken bouillon. You know, well now remember when they used to have it in the cube, but now you can get it to where you can spoon it out and carry it on. Your chicken bouillon and you mix that in so you can infuse that flavor. Okay, get that. Oh, then get you some bell peppers. Now I don't dice them; I usually cut them in strips or whatever, and carry it on so to get you pretty, and then it also gives it that little flavor. Yeah, that's what we were supposed to be doing with this chicken, honey. Okay, and then you put it in the oven. I with that I was going to slow cook because usually you put everything on 350 for the most part, but that one I was going to put on 325, maybe even 300, so that it could slow bake. Because I wanted the mushrooms and to get all up in there. And usually when I season my chicken, I still use liquid smoke along with my seasoning to give it a little smoky taste. So that we can get that. And I have mesquite, or sometimes what's the other one? It's mesquite. Is it applewood? I forget what the other one is. Most of them I use the mesquite. Um, and I get up in there, and get to doing and get to going and things. So I'm saying all this because as you see how elaborate my thought process was for my dinner, ask me what I'm eating. I just finished off the last of Mama's peach apple cobbler. Yes, I had some Pattern Bell peach apple cobbler, honey. Okay, I just finished off the last little corner because I have been eating on it because I can, I just throughout the week I have been having a little bit here and there, just a little bit, because of course I can't eat it like I used to. You know, uh, uh, uh child. So that was supposed to be din din this evening, honey. However, we didn't get that far. Okay. Now I was debating on whether or not I was going to do some rice with it, or I got some potatoes that I got to cook, but I may do that tomorrow if I do it now. If I peel them tonight while I'm watching television, they'll be ready for me to sit down and cook so I can mash them and things tomorrow. And I do have some instant potatoes, but I got to see if I got some sour cream up in here. Because if I got some instant potatoes, a lot of y'all don't like using instant potatoes, but that's because y'all don't know how to doctor them. Because you take the instant potatoes, baby, you got to sit down there, you make them. You can't make them too creamy, and you can't make them too thick. Okay, because too creamy they become too waterified, and too thick you can't scoop them. You got to find that consistency, and then once you do that, now depending on how you do it, if you're gonna flavor them, you may want to use the chicken broth or some kind of broth or whatever to put up in there. May use that much olive oil, that much. Okay. Well, after you stir them in, because you want to get them loose and carrying on, not so thick but loose, or you just use regular milk. Regular milk or heavy cream, and then you put just a dollop of some sour cream up in there. It's over. And then I had the mushroom soup that was going to be on the chicken, so that would have been the gravy. See, on the potatoes. See, or the rice if I had chosen to do rice. So see, I had this elaborate plan for me to sit down here and have some lovely old Friday night dinners. Yeah, yeah. So we ate peach apple cobbler instead. Okay, and um, Bird's Georgia peach cookies. I had a couple of those. Yeah. So that. Okay, so how about that for an opening, honey? Because today's show is called "A Mind Is a Terrible Thing to Waste." Now, how about that? Okay, okay. How about all of that? Let me go up in here. Let me see who said hello and carried on. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Who's up in here besides Mr. Hoggerbook from Detroit, Michigan? Okay. La Trope des Arts. Honey, for those of y'all who don't know Cody High School, La Trope des Arts was the premier drama department, honey, of all of the Detroit public high schools at that time. Honey, we were the first high school, honey, to gain public recognition and things with our local schools and our local news and radio programs and carrying on. We were the only school to have school disc jockeys to come out to be judges at our talent shows and carry it on, honey. Oh, child, Cody, we did it. We did some shit, honey. That you understand. Hey, what's going on? Okay, that's Eric Buckner, also Cody Comments. Okay, sitting out the night hall signal, baby. Okay, what we got? Roger says hello. Okay, making me want some greens. Damn. Okay, I love beets. Emmanuel, honey. Listen, I can only do it on some greens, as you heard, baby. You got to tell me the secret to getting into loving them. I can only do it on the greens, baby. Okay, peekaboo on YouTube too. How about that? Okay. We talking peanut butter all bread. Yes, child, yes, but not in the same context. Okay. I'm baking salt butter chocolate chip cookies. If you don't quit playing, oh, not salted butter. Oh, okay. Yes. Instead of the staircase, does anyone else see a giant pot with steamy, delicious goodness bubbling and brewing? Okay, yes, you have to learn how to enhance these things when cooking. Hello, baby. That there is gospel. Okay. Okay, good evening. Good evening. Okay, okay, ha. You better send me some of those peach crumpets, honey. Okay. Right, Cody in the house. You're gonna understand, honey. Cody comments all day. Class of 87 right here. Okay, good evening, everyone. Hello, hello. All right. So oh, I got Auntie Nikki down here, and she's in the waiting room, honey. She's in the green room, backstage, waiting to come on in. Um, but before I bring her in, I'm gonna set the tone of today's show because many of you have probably already talked about the things that I'm going to talk about because it's such the end of the week, and due to my work schedule and carrying on being at the donut factory and those particular things, honey, I still want to hit these particular stories because I got to put my big meat. We got to brew our own tea for this. You know what I'm saying? And carrying on. So, um, I'm going to ask that you come up in here and let me know what your sentiments are with some of these stories. And I'm hoping that we take a different spin and a different look at a couple of these things because as horrifying as some of them may be or whatever the case is, um, we want to make sure that we at least learn something from the mistakes or from the incident. I'm gonna call them mistakes. I'm saying from the incidents that were presented. Now let me read how I wrote this up so that yes, and it's not that I don't remember, it's just that I want to make sure that I'm verbatim so that it's all cute and cool. Okay. So once we get into this, if you feel like sharing this with someone, honey, or having somebody to come on in, if you're already here, like, subscribe, share, all of those things. If you're on YouTube, hit the little bell. I really don't like saying those particular announcements, but I'm following suit because everybody hit the subscribe bell and subscribe and hit the bell, go on so you can ding whenever we post up something new. You know how they always say. Listen, like, subscribe, and share, honey. My whole thing is subscribe and share. Okay. If you're like me and get tired of hearing all these damn bells and whistles go off, honey, okay. For me, you don't have to hit the little bell button on there. But if you do, thank you. But just make sure you like and subscribe and share everything because I really want to keep the conversation. I want this to be the beginning of conversation. What we say here, I want it to grow and fester, and then you have your own little do-wah ditties and carry it on. Like my sister Helena, um, with the Derek spin, honey, she would do a remix. So what she does on the remix, honey, with Derek is we'll recap everything and put a little remix on it. But oh, I heard this over here. But you know what? Because I didn't get in over there, we're gonna talk about it over here. And we're gonna put it over, put my little twist over here, and keep the conversation alive so that it's thriving. And the ultimate goal is to make sure that we come up with solutions. If there's problems, we need solutions. Correct? Right. If there is something that we need to harp on, then that means we need awareness to this so that we can activate change and cultivate change. You understand? So that there is my goal for the show. So here's how I wrote today's show. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. And I'm asking, what do you do when you have reached the end of your rope and you feel all hope is gone? We honor the deputy, Clyde KERR III, and we will discuss the hows and whys of his suicide. did this garner the attention of the entire Blue Force? Now, I'm hoping that my brother Stan will come up in here because I know that he talked about this over there with Behind the Blue Wall, being a former police officer himself. I know that this here is something because this deputy went through, and I just listened to the message a couple of days before him taking his life. And that's very, very thought provoking. Not the one that everybody else is playing, because when he rants and talking about he's tired of this and then tired of that. I've heard that one and clips of it. But the one I just heard, yeah, um, yeah, it's interesting. I'm gonna get in that in a minute, but I'm gonna keep going. I say, if Blue Lives Matter, then why didn't anyone hear him before he broke down? Are we now advocating for the ongoing mental health programs and treatments for our men and women in blue? Hmm? Another subject that we're going to tackle tonight is the gorilla glue caper. Okay. Now, y'all do know that there's more than one, right? Because everybody know about the girl and the hair. But did y'all see the fool and the cup, because she was telling a lie? That shit gonna come out, and he glued the cup to his goddamn face and couldn't get it off and had to go to the hospital. Yeah. But here's the thing. What is the lesson from all of this? It's really easy to say stupid, silly, fool, and such, but what is the takeaway lesson from all of this? That's what I want to. What's the takeaway from all of this? Because it's real easy. Y'all just heard me call this fool a fool, because I'm gonna say it again, a dumbass. It's real easy to go there. Okay. However, what are the takeaways from all of this? What is it that we need to learn from these things? And it's more than just saying, well, hell, you better learn how to read. The damn thing said Gorilla Glue. You don't get Gorilla Glue at the hair store. You get that from the hardware store. It's more than just that, because that's the surface stuff. What is the underlying message here? Okay, because this is something that we got to get into. I got on here, but I don't know if we're going to get to this. The impeachment hearings. Okay, do you believe that Agent Orange is going to be convicted? Or is this just another ploy for Republicans to foil the attempts of the Democratic Party simply because they want to upstage them? And what do I mean by upstage them? Y'all know that damn Republican Party has been trying to make sure that they put egg on all of the faces of Democrats and those who they consider to be liberal and non-conservative people. And after everything that's been said, I listened to the defense arguments today. And though they were trying to be compelling, they were really trying to be compelling. But for me, they were reaching for straws, okay, because of how they had set that up. They were reaching for straws. But the bigger issue is, are we seeing this so that they can point out and say, see, the Democratic Party wasted your money on a foiled attempt to impeach a president who was no longer in office. And yet we just wasted the taxpayers' dollars and this, that, and other. This conviction is done before it even gets started, because, they had already said that they wasn't going to do this at all. You know what I'm saying? Because they need 17 Republicans to vote to convict his ass. But 45 of them already said that they're not. How about that? 45 for 45. 45 of them have already said that they're not going to. So it's only 50 of them, right? It's only 50 of them. So if 45 of them said that they're not going to, they're trying to set that they went in. They're not even looking at everything that's been happening. You know what I'm saying? And things of that nature. So what is this? Okay. Another point that I want to bring up and I want to celebrate and ask you, y'all know yesterday, February 11th, 2021, marked the 9th anniversary of the great Whitney Houston, transitioning and gaining her wings, honey. Okay. It's been 9 years, and it's hard to believe that 9 years have already passed. Okay. And, we still talk about it like it was just yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And then to think that, right after that, what was it, a year or two after her death, and Bobby Christina died? And, Bobby Christina and I had the same birthday. you know. So I always salute her on our birthday because that was my connection to her. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, bitch, you born on my birthday? How about that? You know, yeah, mine because I'm older. um, so what did her passing teach us, if anything, or you know, what is it that we're learning from it? What is it that we're that's unfolding? What's coming out of it? What is it that you believe um, that we could uphold her legacy? And are we upholding her legacy, or are we still calling her Miss? Are we still calling her crackers whack, or Miss Hell to the Now from the reality show? So what is it that her passing is teaching us? Okay, after 9 years, what are we still learning? Okay, and then for some fun, because it is Black History Month, History Month, I have not done anything specifically to get into that. I usually have a little product or something, or highlight a Black business, or I'm trying to get into products, Black owned products, and carrying on. And which is why one of the reasons why I'm wearing this particular shirt. I know this is one of my little nephews on this is his design. Okay. 70, 70, 77, 70s baby, honey. Yes, I am. Um, so I try to do here where we highlight a Black product so that we can do what we can in the reconstruction of Black Hollywood. And in addition to Black Hollywood, I want to make sure that we build gay Black Wall Street. I said Black Hollywood, I meant Wall Street. Gay Black Wall Street, because our the Black alphabet children have never been in the spotlight or whatever, and never had their businesses, you know, in mainstream, and or even have been included in the fold, you know, on in a mainstream within our diaspora. We have not included them at the table because of whatever beliefs that we have about the culture. So so yeah, so what we're going to do, I'm going to play a little game. Y'all know I got my trivia game, right? Hold on. Oh, you know what? I can't do a Black product because I do have that too. You know, I got my trivia game, right? The Black History trivia game. Okay, now I ought to be shamed because I told y'all the last time I showed y'all this, honey. I done had this damn game for years. This was given to me as a gift, right? I done had this damn thing. Oh my God. Oh my God, today. I done had this game for like 17 years and I have not played it at all. Okay. And one of the reasons is because I really haven't found people who want to play board games or whatever, like we used to. And then, you know, I didn't want the thing to get all out of the way. Well, the trivia games that I have are going to come from this particular game. But I do have a product. Wait a minute. I dropped it and I just thought about it. Anyway, here it is. I do have a product that's a Black owned product. Have y'all seen these cards? The Black History flashcards from Urban Intellectuals. Okay. I bought the whole entire set. There's five decks to the cards and things. I have the little discussion thing to carry it on. So urbanintellectuals.com is where you find them, but I'm gonna get into that in a minute. Because I do want to highlight the product, although I'm gonna say something that may not be cute, but okay, it's real. Okay, well, I'm gonna say may not be cute. It's just that it hit me wrong, but it's that's on me. You know what I mean? It was on me, so let me not set up any shade in it. It was on me how I took it, but yeah, okay. Um, that be that. So, having said all that, let's go here. Nick, you ready? You ready? You sure?
I was just down the street from your house and didn't realize what time it was.
Okay.
Me, Keisha, and Cole was at Ruby Tuesdays, so I'm a little
Literally
sleepy.
down the street.
I was no, I was well, yeah, I was dead ass serious. I was like, Keisha, Uncle Meech live right there. And then I said, "What time is it?" They was like, "Almost." I was like, "Oh shit!" Look,
Okay.
because I'm sleepy. Most of my food's still in the damn tray. Cause once I eat the damn appetizer, I ain't even eat my appetizer, all of it. And I got sleepy 5 minutes into eating it, so
Okay, she said,
there you
Lord have
have
mercy.
it.
Okay, okay, right.
Hey y'all,
Okay,
I'm Miss
what is
Xenia.
this? Oh, hell no. Everybody looking for clout and coins. Exactly. Okay, I agree. No, dog and pony shows, nothing more. End this tomorrow and let's move on. Exactly.
Exactly. Listen,
Okay, come
we
on.
should ask that
Okay,
when we just went in there about what you think about the trials. I'm not watching that shit because guess what?
okay,
You're not gonna get my feelings all in that bullshit, and then y'all say ain't y'all not doing nothing towards it.
exactly. Okay, right. They will never convict him. They're too scared of him. Sad, sad,
Yep.
sad. Okay, now how about it?
Shit.
Scared of him? Now, ain't that a
Hey,
bitch?
Amy.
What's up, Ames? Ain't that a bitch? They scared of him.
Yep.
Clown did it, and we know it. Clearly, he's unbothered and is out golfing instead of testifying. Well,
Absolutely. Cause they would. He wanted them member Sheree or motherfucking also I feel like who gonna check me,
who
boo?
gonna check me, boo? Right. Beautiful Whitney, rest in heaven. Rest down,
Mm-hmm.
Whitney. Okay.
I was
Hey,
watching
Nikki.
one of her. Hey,
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 family.
Nay. I was watching one of
Okay.
her things. Hey, Amy, one of those things last night. One of the like a tribute to her last night. Y'all know, I listen. Her demons are not. I love me some goddamn Whitney, okay?
Hmm.
And I will defend her ass like she came out my mother ass. You understand?
Here's something that I think is the takeaway from it, and I say this every time that we talk about her death and her passing. I always go to Shaka Khan, and I go to Shaka Khan when she was on Pierce Morgan or whatever that was,
Mm-hmm.
and she said she was here to do Clyde's birthday. Okay, they knew she was here, and they didn't protect her. She said she's been here all that time, and he knew that, and nobody did anything to protect her.
Mm.
When she said that, that rattled my soul. You understand me? It rattled me. And here's what I keep thinking of too when I think of celebrities and those everybody who gets strung out or get involved in the party. I, turn your
Mm.
volume down. I got a feedback. Um,
Oh
um,
shit!
I think of
What just happened?
the businesses. Huh? I see you.
Something
You're
happened. I
moving.
can't see nothing. But I can't see nothing.
Oh, okay. Now I can't see you. You went black. Okay, there you go. Oh, you black again. You went dark. Okay. Go out and come back in because now we got nothing.
Am I in two places?
No.
I don't know what the fuck just happened.
Okay, now there you go. Oh, okay. Okay, well, while we get that together, let me take her down. I'm gonna take her down. Okay. Can you hear me though?
I can hear you. I just don't know
Okay.
what the fuck. It's just weird. The iPad is just weird, y'all.
Okay. Well, okay, leave your avatar up and we'll go here.
Okay.
Okay. Here what I have a problem with is that every time we hear about one of our celebrities that have got involved in that party life and then they got caught up, strung out, this, that, and the other, I look at the companies, I look at the record labels, I look at those who are making all of the money off of this artist. If this is the company's bread and butter, okay, if this is what makes your company all of the money, okay, because believe it, imagine for those of y'all who don't understand, if the artists are getting paid 2 point some odd million and this, that, and other, that's what they get paid. Imagine the amount of money that's being made. You understand? If the artist can get that kind of money, and the band, and the this and the that, if that's the kind of money that they get paid, imagine the kind of money that's being made. So if the money like that is being made, how are you not making sure that this person is not, contained? Why would you put in place somebody from the motherfucking label who gets these folks strung out like that?
And don't forget, and I ain't trying, y'all know, I love me a good conspiracy theory and shit. But think about this. They always worth more dead than they are alive.
Then alive, exactly. And
And the
I
fact
want
that some people, those record labels and shit like that, really think like that. Now, I'm not saying that's how Clive Davis think or whatever, because at the end of the day, at the end of the day, yes, Whitney is probably his greatest story, right? But yeah, Clive, you ain't protect her. Remember how
right,
excited he was when she really came back, when she went on Oprah and stuff like that?
right,
When
right,
she had a
right.
couple slip ups and shit. Clive right there, front and center. Because what is it? You let her fall. It's a good comeback story.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because if she fall, everybody want Whitney to win.
Right.
We want her
Ooh.
to win.
Ooh, Nick.
So
Damn,
we
that's
let her
good.
fall because you're gonna make money off her comeback because we want her to win.
Bitch, you said that. Damn it, that's good.
What is it?
Oh, and then Derek, don't start no shit. Derek, what you
You better come on and tell the truth. I ain't reading it out loud. I want them to shut us the fuck down. But
No,
yeah,
I'm
what
gonna
you
read it out
said.
loud, damn it, because it's a goddamn opinion, honey. These are words. They don't have to pay dead artists. What the fuck?
I mean,
Okay?
now unless she had it set up. But then look
Right,
what happened. What happened? The only person that could truly get her money is where? With her too.
right.
Right.
See?
So it's like it's a win-win. You let her fall. We
Mm-hmm.
want her to get back up
That's
because
so
it's
good.
Whitney.
That
Or
is
she
so
passes away. And then what? Boom. You
mm-hmm.
make money all over the place now because
Mm-hmm.
Whitney's going and everybody's missing up and everybody gonna buy everything. Even if you bought it back in the day, you buying it again now.
Mm-hmm.
You
Then
know,
all of a
when the
sudden, wait,
artist
wait.
pass away, we don't even if you use pirate sites. If an artist pass away, oh, we don't want that day. You
No.
know we gonna buy the music that day. You ain't
Right,
going to the pirate site that day.
right, right. And then all of a sudden, then we done found unreleased albums and carried on. Okay.
Footage that
Over
we ain't never seen.
overseas editions, that only went overseas
Only
and
went
carried on.
overseas.
And
They didn't
for me,
get released over here. So for us, it's brand
right, for it's
new.
brand new. Okay. And then now I love a good live rendition. Okay. Did you get a live concert out the damn way? And see, that kind of shit. And it's very interesting. So when I think of the passing of Whitney, you know, and all of those who have succumbed to drugs and have left up out of here without the addiction being addressed or finalized, or or the comeback story
And
that
that is okay. Because how many of our great artists do we lose like this? Think
mm-hmm,
about it. Whether it's a genre you like or not, if you research the history of music, our great artists, look at Miss Holiday.
right, right,
Just think about it. Because you make more money off their tragedy, off their deaths.
mm-hmm.
It's so. And you motherfucker. Every time I think about it, I'm like, Pat, you fucking.
Every time I think about her, that bitch makes me sick because every time,
You just
and,
make me
and I
want to
don't
just.
know that woman. I don't know that woman. All I know is it became about money. Bitch, anytime you sit down there and put that goddamn hologram concert together, bitch. A hologram?
I remember when I said this
I said, you
sick
old
ass bitch. And
hateful
you know what? But
bitch.
at the end of the day, I'm mad at her because she's a greedy ass bitch, right? But uh, Mr. Houston, why the fuck is you letting your wife do this shit to your
Pimp your
sister?
sister like that. Right. And uh, sadly, Kanye had a point about artists and the ownership of their work. Yeah, yeah.
No, Kanye was always right about his shit. It just be the other shit. Like when you talk to Kanye, Kanye is very smart. He's very intelligent when it comes to this music business. Even Elvis felt
Okay,
that, yeah. Because at the end of the day, like we say, everybody love a good comeback story. You let them fall off the rocker. You send people with them to make sure they get what they need.
right, right.
Where the fuck was the people at? You knew how important that fucking Grammy party and shit was.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was there.
Right.
Everybody was there. So maybe you didn't mean for whoever did it, you didn't mean for it to go that far.
Okay.
But it was a story.
Right.
Not owned
Oh,
by
say
masses.
that.
Right. Own the masses, not owned by the masses. Exactly. Like I said, do I think somebody would intention? Yes.
Okay,
Look, Michael Jackson.
Michael. Mm-hmm. So when I think about that, and I ask, what did we learn from Whitney's death? Because we got all these new babies that came after her. Let's look at those who are in the industry now, who came after her, who um are getting their, starting to get their lights and their shines and carrying on, who were inspired by Whitney.
Right.
We got a whole new generation of female artists out there who were Whitney. How we talk about Patty and Gladys, and Aretha, and they talk about Whitney. They talk about
Right.
SWB, Miss Coco, and
Mm-hmm.
they talk about those girls like that, and carrying on. So we have a whole generation of folks um, who uh, have admired and inspired to be like a Whitney Houston. You know, So and one of the joys that I have about celebrating her is that when I interview Big TT, honey, y'all know Miss Dionne Warwick is my Big TT.
Yo,
Okay,
I love Miss Dion petty
with
ass. She petty as
when
hell.
okay, when I interviewed her, to know that she was the Whitney Houston of her time. Okay,
Y'all
okay,
better check up. Y'all
and
better
I
check
say
her
it like that
motherfucking
because
transcripts, honey.
because she was. And then to know that she was able to pass the torch to her cousin.
Mm-hmm.
And you always want the child to do better. And Whitney did just that.
And
Whitney
this is the
surpassed, got all the same accolades that Dion had,
mm-hmm.
And has.
And then
And ended
right,
up
and then some.
surpassing, and
Right,
then some, and that's in the same family, Gene. You see what I'm
right.
saying? That's the same family. Okay. So, um, with that, that's a joy that I have, and then I love and I share, because I think of an interview that Whitney said when she said, okay, she said she was on a mission from God, because she said, okay, God, what do you want me to do? Because now I have the masses, I have folks who are listening to me. Where should I go? What should I do? And in that, she got caught up in all of that, wanting to be in love, wanted, we had to see her vulnerabilities. We had to see her just unravel publicly,
Do y'all
because
remember when our own people were saying she wasn't black enough?
black enough. Yeah.
And then she put out the My Love Is Your Love
Right.
album, and then
Right.
it didn't sell as good. Shit, my phone. I love the
Right.
My Love Is Your Love album, and like everybody like to talk about, you know, her and Bobby and whatnot, but Something in Common is on that other album. But My Love on the My Love Is Your Love album with them two is the fuck amazing. I don't care what nobody say. It was
Okay.
after they had been married for 10 years because it come
Okay.
on with Bobby saying that. He said,
Wow.
it's been 10 years, baby. They said we wasn't gonna
Okay.
do it. And you think about all the outside forces with that too.
Right. Right. Right.
It was like so many people, y'all didn't want them to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Yeah.
got so many outside forces fucking with that too. So you got your thing with Beck here, because you and what's her name? Robin?
Robin. Mm-hmm.
Your feelings with that. But you love your husband too. You got people who don't like your husband, people who don't like your girlfriend. You got your
Including
family.
your mama.
Right. Your mama don't like neither one of their
Neither one
asses.
of them. Right.
Y'all know Miss Sissy. Listen, Miss Sissy ain't never got to say a motherfucking word. Her face say it
That
all.
part. That part, Jesus.
Miss Sissy face say it all. I said,
Lecturing.
yo, Miss
Okay.
Sissy, can you imagine having to do anything with Miss Sissy? Miss Sissy looked like she would cuss you. I cuss these motherfuckers out. Like, I think I'm about to get a PhD in the motherfucker. But Miss Sissy, she the professor. You
And
understand
that's
me?
I was just going to say that's old school read, honey. That's old school cuss out.
Her and Auntie, them
That's her
bitches will let
niece.
you have it. You better understand.
That's
You be
her
done
niece.
cussed out, ran, and
Okay.
before you and not even know it. You'll
See,
get home and be like,
right, right.
them bitches just
Bitch,
drug me for filth.
bitch, I'm bleeding. Right.
Yeah, so you got so many outside forces, so it don't just become about who she is as an artist anymore. You got people pulling her this way, people pulling her that way. You got these people want you to be super pop when y'all know she hood as shit. And
Thank you for going there because that's what I was finna go to get into. Because one of the things that about her, they created again, trying to create
the
this
pop princess.
pop princess without letting her be her. So when we saw her, the East Orange jersey come out of her,
Then the other
okay,
people were appalled.
they were mainly white folks,
Yeah, the white people.
mainly white folks, okay, because she was the darling, okay, and to see her was like, oh my, oh my, she's not as polished or refined, and then on top of it, the drug use had carried on, and she went out, just exacerbated all of that. It became something. So again, it's 9 years. It's 9 years, and it still feel like it's just a
Shit
Luther.
seemed like it went by so fast. It do
It,
not seem like it.
listen, do you
I
know
get
I'm
it.
still trying to process Luther? Luther been gone for what 17? He been gone since 2005. No,
That
I'm
nigga
sorry.
done.
That's
No, no,
16.
no. Yeah.
Okay, so it's like really trying to
It
process it, and in what have we learned in those 9 years? As we're going along this journey, as we're trying to forge a way, as we're looking to our heroes and sheroes, in this particular jazz, it's like, okay, what do we do? How do we do it? What is it that needs to be done? How can we do it differently so that we're better than, you know? Okay, what's the takeaway from it? What about love and relationships? Because I always use her and Bobby as the precipice of honey, you can't help who you fall in love with. Because if y'all can't tell that, honey, Whitney and Bobby were the
They
poster
was in love.
children for love.
And you know what? Think about that too. When we know that Whitney really loved that boy. We know that. You could see it. It was all over her. Good,
Child.
bad, everything. She loved that boy, right? But think about when your star is so bright that even though you are a star in your own right, the way people recognize you, Whitney Houston husband, instead of, oh, that's Bobby Brown.
Right,
Remember that time they was over in Israel?
right,
They was over in
right.
Israel when they did what is it? What was the show called? Being Bobby Brown or whatever the fuck it
Yeah,
is.
uh-huh.
And they said Whitney Houston's husband.
Right, yeah,
You know what I got to do to somebody who's worked just really hard in the
yeah,
industry, even though they
right.
got their own shit, but to their ego. So imagine, no matter how much he loved her, that for a man, that for somebody to say that to you when you don't work hard.
Takeaways, honey. Takeaways. I would listen. I'm still working on getting Bobby to come on because I told y'all I had met him right after Whitney passed.
Yeah, it's a picture. It's a look on one of our pages. It's a picture with him and Keisha.
Okay, and he came over to the hotel where the first one I was working at, and I told him then. I said, "Listen, they're not giving you a chance to talk, baby. They're not giving you a chance to talk, and I want to make sure that you're okay, and I want your story to be told. So anytime you're ready, and you ain't no pressure, ain't no nothing, but when you're ready and you want to talk, please." Please, ain't no shade, no nothing, honey. I just want to give you. And he gave me a hug. He said, "Damn, bro, I mean, a real hug.
Mm.
You know,
Because that's probably the first time somebody, man,
they're not
they
letting you
act. We
talk.
people act like they're not regular people too, like they hurt.
Yeah, Yeah.
They are hurt.
Yeah.
And then you go to her funeral and you got to go through this bullshit.
Woo, child. Don't
That
do
shit
it.
was fucked up.
Don't
That
do
was
it.
fucked up.
Why Michael died after saying it doesn't matter if you're black or white?
Well, he said
All I
that
gotta
over
say is
and
that
over
they
and
don't
over.
really care about us.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? People talk shit about Bobby and everything, right? But he's been cleaned up for a
Hmm.
few years, as far as we know, since even before Whitney died, right? When they did that other documentary, the one that Miss Sissy is in, y'all don't hear
Yeah.
him say shit bad. They asked him shit. He said,
Right.
I'm not answering nothing like that.
Right. Right.
Because what I'm not going to do is tarnish her name.
Right.
When they asked him about Bobby Chris passing away, y'all remember he said, I believe her mother wanted her with her. Something like to
Yeah.
that effect. Like,
Yeah. Her mother
she missed
called her.
her mom
Yeah.
so much, and he believed that her mom was missing her whatever realm
Uh
she's
huh.
in was missing her as well. Like the hearts was too broken, because how ironically can that baby same way?
Mm-mm. Right. That's okay. So yeah. So those are some of the things. So as we celebrate Miss Whitney, I will play some music, but I'm tired of them dinging us and carrying on, so I'm not going to.
Y'all
But
want tomorrow? Come over to Bigo and we'll all just play some Whitney. I can
okay.
play the link.
Okay. Oh
We will
shit.
have a Whitney
That is the
celebration.
link.
We'll have a Whitney celebration. I
Sure,
just
this
think
is the link.
her whole thing is just sad because
Right.
there was so much more to pass on to the younger artists. You know what I mean?
Right.
There was so much more for her to give it. But like we always got to say, things happen for whatever divine reason. And sometimes somebody's passing isn't about them. Sometimes it's a lesson for you,
Exactly.
for a person that we have no clue about. Sometimes the people that we deem shouldn't have left so soon. Our our universe, omniverse, almighty sometimes has to take people away for somebody else to see something.
Mm-hmm.
And that's some shit that we don't like to accept, but I had to understand it because there was no other way to explain that. When we think about people who passed away, you're like, what the fuck, what?
Right.
Dying. And then one day it just came to me like, sometimes things happen not because that person needed to go, but somebody else needed to wake up to something. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And man,
Okay.
y'all love Whitney. I love Whitney. Man.
It was something, and I just wish that we all learn how to get it together, and we learn how to control the party. Because it's one thing, the party, everybody want to have a good time. But it's another thing when you set somebody up for failure.
And that's
And
what I be feeling like.
it doesn't make sense when this person is the bread and butter of the company. How do you set your bread and butter up for failure or for the comeback story or whatever? Because we have a number of artists who never came back.
Yeah, but then, like I
So,
said, it's either the comeback or the pass away.
right.
Because either way, you want to capitalize like a motherfucker.
Look at folks like Tyrone Davis and all those kind of folks, that got strung out. But when they tried to do a comeback album, whatever, it didn't
Then they
sell
couldn't.
because
Because
they
y'all
couldn't
didn't even watch out enough for them to be able to come
to
back.
be able to exactly. You
Amy
left them
Winehouse.
out there.
Look at Amy Winehouse.
Yeah, you left them out there. And I go to Lady Caesar Blues, and somebody put up Roderick was saying they're going to do another Lady Caesar Blues, yeah, with Audrey Day.
Mm-hmm.
I look at that, and the dude was there. He was from the record company. Got her strung out, and then get her strung out and tell her he ain't gonna give her no more. So all the money went back to the company.
All back to
Because
the
you sit up there, you know, all of her legal troubles, all this that, and the other. Now you done got what you wanted from her, and then throw her out there to the wolves and things, and didn't protect her legally.
That's
You
why they
you know
don't
what I'm
like
saying?
the younger artists who are woke per se, who don't want to allow you to control their shit. You can't.
Right.
I need the online masters. I need to take care of my stuff. No, I don't need you to give me shit. Like I remember telling my kids a long time ago, if the right deal comes along, absolutely not will we take an advance.
Right.
Because people need to understand you young, you hungry, you ain't got nothing, so you're taking advance. But advance is just a loan.
Right.
So when you take an advance, if you don't make the money that they want you, see the most important word in the entertainment business is recoupable. That was the first business word I taught my kids.
Right.
Recoupable.
Right.
Because that means before you get any of your money, we need all our shit back
Back.
that we spent on you. And
Plus
then,
interest.
and
That's
then you get your part, because then we still take
a
our
percentage. Our cut. Yeah.
for, like, if you got a 60-40 deal, and they making you think you're good because they gave you 60. But I'm gonna
Right.
take back all this shit,
Right.
then take our 40%.
Right.
Then you still gotta pay for everybody.
Everybody, you got to pay the
if I'm singing, I
band.
gotta pay you, Red,
Hell.
everybody that Red,
Yeah.
pay everybody that Red needed to make sure everything happened, everything that you needed for whatever it was you was doing to make sure everything out of my little 60%, I gotta pay every goddamn thing else.
Yeah.
So when the little young artists come now and they want to be independent, the motherfuckers be mad.
Yeah.
Because look, you're an independent artist, you come hire us to do your damn video. It's gonna look the same. Them motherfuckers are gonna take 30, 40, 50,000 out your budget. We might have just shot it for you for 10 or less.
Right.
Not only that, if you call Hype Williams, it's $1 million just for green screen in the door.
Because of who he is. Like, it is just so, it's so many shit. I think, but I always say, the Most High had me even when I didn't know he had me. Sometimes I'd be sad about, like, the girls didn't go further and stuff like that. But then I'd be like, he might have just been making sure we was all right.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, the first time I said, oh, no, can't sex my girls up.
Right.
Fuck, this is not Foxy Brown, Lil' Kim over here. No, that's not what we're doing.
Right. Right.
You know, you don't want them then. If I can't let they, because, you know, that's around that era when they came out. So now you want everybody to be like that. Oh, no, not them.
Right.
So now you don't want to be bothered. Then when they switch over and walking into who they are, themselves, being true to themselves, oh, no, we don't want that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, it wasn't easy back then as it is now. You know, when no AMAs and all that little shit to be able to just pop them. They wasn't even trying to hit it. So I was like, well, I had to come to understanding that, well, maybe that wasn't, you know, like me, they started liking the behind the scenes. Well, you can be more sane and get more money.
How about that? How about that? Now it's interesting
that you doing, brother? I know we was doing shits and giggles last night. How are you feeling? I just wanted to tell y'all I love y'all.
Okay, well, we love you right there. So here, I like how you said, you know, sometimes our death, that you know, death is not for those who died. It's really to teach a lesson of this and another. And I want to go to the Deputy Clyde KERR III. I'm going here because I still have not seen the first 17 minutes. Okay, there's a 17-minute message that he made that everybody been showing snippets of.
It keeps on popping up on my feed.
But there is another. There's another one that he did that was where he announced this is his last day of work. Okay. And in that, he was coming to terms with what he was about to do. Okay. And he kept saying, do I want to do it? No. But all of this is the only way for this to get done. And he said, what I'm hoping happens is that this is not in vain, and that this is that, and that folks will learn how to come together because we're tired. We're tired of this, and we're tired of and that's a 16-minute, almost 17-minute long video, and that was done on January 29th. And I think he killed himself on February 1st. Okay. The question, like I said, what was going on that no one heard him or appreciated him or saw him or listened to him or paid attention to his actions and carrying on? Because this could have been prevented if he found an outlet, or at least somewhere, somehow, to where he was able to let that be known. This was something that had built up and had gotten to a place to where, in this video that I watched, he said it had hit him that this was what he was supposed to do. It was almost as if, you know how we talk about the Last Supper and how Jesus knew he was about to die and carrying on. And the way how this video goes, this is it's reminiscent of that. It's a modern day version of that. Because he's like he ends up saying, if there was a way for this to be done without this, I would choose that way, but there is no other way. And I'm comfortable with that. I'm okay with it. And then he said in this video, he says, I'm 43. And he was about to say something along the lines of, I'm be 44 on my next birthday, but he cut himself off. Because he said, oh, well, then that ain't gonna happen. Then and then he cut himself because he didn't want to say, I'm about to do this. In this particular video, he's saying that without actually saying, I'm gonna kill myself. Okay. And do blue lives really matter? Since they want to have that moniker now, and since, and that there is for the compassion of police officers, that there is to say, we're people too, we're not the bad enemies, that there was to speak out to all the good cops on the force, and things, and don't paint everybody with this broad stroke paintbrush or whatever. But I'm going to ask, do blue lives really matter? For those of us who are pro-police, and I'm talking about those of us who acknowledges that there are good cops out there. Those of us who acknowledge that, we need police officers to carry on to balance out the cities and this, that, and the other. I'm not talking. That's Bigo. I'm not talking about those who are anti-cop and down with Whitey and down. I'm not talking about y'all because y'all done made up your mind. I'm talking about those of you who are pro-police, and those of y'all who absolutely understand that they put their lives at risk every day.
Right.
Okay. Walking out their door in a uniform, okay, is no guarantee that they're coming home, and they know that.
Mm.
Okay.
It's
one thing for us as everybody, because we say life is too short, nobody's promised tomorrow. It's one thing for us to say that, but we move through life knowing that, okay, we don't think about it like that.
Right.
But a police officer
has to think about it every time.
Every time they walk out the house. So for those who wanted to make it a point to say blue lives matter too, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say this, because I really want to say that moniker came, the intention was to say there are good cops on the force.
Right, but that's not what came across.
But the timing that they used to say that bullshit, it had the feel of all of you asses on the force who sitting up there saying that I'm just doing my job, in quotes. Y'all just needed something to protect y'all point of view, y'all racist attitudes, your white supremacist bullshit, y'all I'm just doing my job mentality. You know what I'm saying? The timing and all that, and then y'all gonna have t-shirts and carrying on, because all that came right after hands up, don't shoot, and all, and right after Michael Garner and all them, when they came up with them goddamn T-shirts and things, you know, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Because at the end of the day, it was just really inappropriate.
Exactly.
At the time. And nobody's saying that y'all life don't matter too, but what we are saying is stop killing us for no fucking reason.
Right.
We matter. We are here. Our lives matter. Stop it.
Right.
Nobody never said that your life didn't matter, but motherfucker, y'all wasn't under siege.
Right. Right. So now we have this deputy who left this stuff behind, all these messages and things. What are we going to take away from that? What are police forces going to do now? You know what I'm saying? Across this country, because that was in Louisiana, a southern state.
See, okay. Me. This is the part where I expect law enforcement to step up and act the fool that they act when somebody else that's non-law enforcement takes one of their lives.
Yes, come on. Yeah.
I'm saying they act a stone monkey. Everybody don't even know that they got one button on their doggone radio that alerts the entire force at one time.
That's right.
To come to their aid. They will stop giving tickets, harassing anything when that one alarm goes off and it GPSs them all to the same place. Right. I need that same kind of energy now that one of you all decided to put himself in a position of a martyr.
Right. Right.
A self-proclaimed martyr, no doubt. He wasn't a martyr, you know what I'm saying? So he built that.
Yeah.
He left those doggone pathways for you all to understand that there's two sides to the fence.
Yeah.
But guess what? Even when you build a picket fence around the acre of a beautiful backyard, every 9th or 10th or maybe 7th plank is weak.
Say it. Say it.
You understand? They may block entries and exits. They may block sunlight. But there's nothing 100% sturdy about a full gate. Nothing.
Right.
Somewhere you can push it over. And that's what we have in the entire United States. And again, I'm going to bring this up because I said this a few weeks ago. The day that law enforcement steps up and become a proactive entity and not a reactive entity, everybody's life gonna matter.
Say it. You better say
That's
it.
what the problem is right there. We don't need you being psycho. We need you being psychologist.
Right.
I don't need doggone Ray working in Beverly Hills. I need him in Inglewood.
How about that?
I don't need Hector Hernandez working over in Inglewood. I need him working over in Mexicoville.
Right.
That's what lives gonna matter. You policing your own communities.
Yes.
That's how you earn respect.
You want that respect in the neighborhoods. You want respect on the streets. Then guess who's gonna give it to you quicker than anybody? Your own people.
Right. Your own people. That's right. That's right.
They understand what's going on right there.
This ain't rocket science. All the setup.
Right.
The minute they look at your social security number as a law enforcement officer, they know what your ethnicity is and they send you to the opposite direction. The same way they do when you get arrested and they look at your prior record and say, oh, he a gangster disciple. Put him over there with the vice lords.
Right. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Let's unpack that. Unpack that because you just said something.
That's almighty truth right there.
You're not saying something right there that they go like that, but let's give it to
them.
What
did I tell you about me, Meech?
Hey, let's give it to him, baby. That I ain't scared.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm the guy, and I will draw down on a criminal or suspect in the aid of an officer. I'm the guy in the scene officer get his ass whooped and push the guy down just so they can get to, so the real police can get to him.
Right, right.
You feel me? But what I'm not going to tolerate is proliferation and harassment. I'm not taking it.
Right.
That's why when the police pulls me over and I know I have done absolutely nothing, I throw them right off. They're angry because I'm laughing. They're angry because I'm respectful.
Mm-hmm.
They're also angry because I know what you learned at the academy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then when they really get angry is when they run my name and my doggone name says, find you some real motherfucking people to fuck with.
That part.
See, all of them
Listen, I don't think they get it,
like
though,
all of them are not bad.
Right. But Red, I don't think they get it. Now, y'all remember before Red and them had the accident, right?
Uh-huh.
If we in Red's car, what happened if we in Red car? Police tip they motherfucking head and keep it moving. Oh no, you could park right here. I can say it because I've been there. I done watched it. I done seen it.
We was in that car together, baby.
That's what I'm saying. You know what the fuck I'm talking about.
We was in that car together.
We ain't got to go to the back of the bus. You understand? Don't try to Rosa Park us.
But again, that respect should be given to all citizens.
To all citizens, right? To all citizens.
That's the messed up.
And you know, y'all, since y'all witnessed it, you know what? I'm glad you even brought that up, Auntie. Look, y'all witnessed that. But what you did also witness was the look of surprise on my face.
Right.
Because I don't go out having expectations of privileges like people do.
Okay, say that. Right.
Because the ones that look like us usually be the more assholes most of the time.
How about that?
And he wasn't.
Absolutely correct. But y'all, I'm glad you was there to see. You didn't hear me.
Gave you the utmost respect. No, you can park right here.
But I didn't come out my mouth. I didn't ask. I didn't
say shit.
I didn't say nothing.
We didn't say shit. We was looking for where we was going to park.
Right. In fact, I had pointed out a spot. I said, okay, we go right over there because I saw the news truck and stuff. I said, okay, they over here.
That must be
we go over there.
Preston's over there.
And where was I headed? Right over there.
Right over there. He said, no, you park over here. All right. Right. Okay.
But that's the thing, because we know those people are there, but it's not enough of them because there's not enough to back enough.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
If that makes any sense, it's not.
It makes a lot of sense because the unforeseen or untold oath that they have fraternally as police. They're stuck between doing the right thing and doing the white thing.
It's almost about in the marriage.
Wait a minute. That's a banner. That's a banner. God damn it. Wait a minute. That's a banner.
Go ahead, get that up.
You understand? You understand? It's like right here. Do I stand up for a fellow American, not a black man, but a fellow American, and not feed my family? Or do I look the other way and go,
sure my whole family cool?
Exactly.
Because look, it's like that line when you get married. Do you vow to forsake all others?
Ooh.
Except for the ones she says it's okay. Yeah.
I'm going to beat your ass. But y'all see what I'm saying? It's like that vow. You need to forsake everything else for this. Because think about a husband and a wife. You know your husband or your wife might be wrong. And you might check them in private. But you better motherfucking defend them in public.
Right.
So in private, the small few who know are talking about it. But it's not enough of them to be able to sustain, to say, We ain't doing this shit no more.
Right.
Because every time
it's
one
sad.
of them
They
tried
gotta
it,
be
what
quiet.
happened?
It's sad they have to be quiet. If they're having a camaraderie conversation and the subject just happens to be something negative that one of their partners done and the other one has experienced it with their partner, the minute one of those old fays walk in there, the subject change.
Right.
What happened to the other cop? The one from, he was from Jersey, right? The black cop, the one that was like, I'm gonna check you. You do some fuck shit when you with me, and I'm gonna check your ass right now.
Right.
All of a sudden, he did something. He fired now.
Immediately. Because he gonna compromise the bullshit.
Right.
Because he went on Instagram, he let everybody know. He said, I don't give a damn. I'm gonna tell
See
you
what
what
they
you're
did.
gonna do you with me.
Tell you what they did. Let me tell you what they did. I'm glad you brought that up. Let me tell you what they did. They brother real officer, that's what we call him.
Right.
He said they hit him with taking the job to social media, which is part of the doggone when they signed the paperwork that he doggone disclosed the doggone functionality and operation of being an officer. And it's on there. You cannot go on social media speaking on it. That's how they got rid of him.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Technicality.
They didn't mention about
Because I think he said some
shit
shit before, like it was other shit he could have been suspended for and all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
He ain't never get in trouble.
But
right.
he did not. But
you get your ass on social media and let these motherfucking racist ass motherfucker gun happy, trigger happy motherfuckers.
But you told them what was going on without telling them.
Right.
So you done broke the fraternal code, and you broke that little bitty small print that's at the bottom of your doggone contract.
Yeah, the fine print. Y'all
Because
know it's
remember,
some extra
well,
fine
before
print.
we were here, we can call, those who got mom and dad and aunties and uncles, we can call them and say, hey, do you remember when you had to vote officers in?
Right.
Me too. The same way we got vote sheriff in.
Oh, it used to be a political move, Nikki. The officers of the community had to be voted in by the community, by the people who pay the taxes, who pay them.
Right.
These guys are hired. But if I remember last, your ass can get hired at McDonald's.
Where most of you motherfuckers need to be working because you ain't got the motherfucking sense of a grapefruit.
Right. You'll burn yourself if you was on fries. You know what I'm saying? So let's stop the bullshit. We're gonna give you a gun and tell you to go out there and police a community where you don't even speak the language.
Right.
Because there's always ways to de-escalate the situation. But I'm gonna take it back to what I always say. Ain't it funny how officers that look like us and other people of color can go to that white neighborhood and always de-escalate a situation?
Right.
But for some reason, the white officers can't come to the hood and de-escalate it. You so scared. When in all reality, those black and brown people should be scared because you white people think that let me take that back. You racist white people think that you can treat them any kind of way. You'll get off my property. You'll shoot at them. And your ass still walking around scot-free, alive, scot-free.
Right. Right.
That's not fair about McDonald's. You stupid. You know what I'm saying? So you tell me it's not that y'all didn't get the right training. Because those officers got it. Y'all seem to have it when you in your own neighborhood. You only don't seem to have it when you go to the hood. Or when you think a person that look like us is in your hood. That's the only time training ain't right.
Let's talk. Let me give you a quick scenario. Let me give you a quick there. Okay. Let's talk about, we're going to use the hip hop name Salt and Pepper. Okay. All right. Here comes Saltine and Graham Cracker, right? They got
let's do that.
All right. So
no.
Every time.
Let them go. Let them go.
I'll be back. Go ahead. Talk.
Every time it's a situation like that, they send the Graham Cracker first because it's in the Graham Cracker community. So, but his partner, he's a Saltine.
Right.
Now, This saltine becomes a tough cookie when he's standing next to the graham cracker. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, you a ginger snap.
Timmy, tough guy.
You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, you a ginger snap now, because you got this
everything.
right. Because you got this graham cracker right here, and you feel like you can say what you want to the rest of these doggone graham crackers.
Right.
But if two of you saltines walked up, wouldn't be no ginger snap going on. Matter of fact, I don't think you got in the car. You'd have rolled your window down and says everything all right over here. And I'm trying to figure out what's the real protocol when you walk up on a domestic situation, a situation of life or death,
right?
A situation of disturbance in the community. What are you really supposed to do? Because I've been in a situation where the graham cracker walks up and he goes to doggone pop it off, and he goes tell me, he was like, well, you just hold up. I need her to speak first. But he didn't know that he was talking to a Chicago nigga. I said, no, you just hold up. This is my house. I called you. She gonna shut the fuck up and you gonna listen. That's exactly how I said it.
Mm-hmm.
And I explained to him what was going on. He trying to steady talk to me about me. Oh man, you have to do better. Do better. You don't, bruh.
You don't even know what happened.
You don't even know. I'm telling you the story. You ain't hearing nothing I'm saying. But then here comes Saltine.
Mm.
And he pulls up and he stands right next to this graham cracker, looks at her, and becomes a gangster. Next thing you know, he tells her, are you supposed to be here? She says, no. Is that your car? Well, you need to get your ass to your car right now. Now, oh, why are you doing all that? Because when you walked up, it wasn't even no arguing, no yelling. I'm going to tell you why you're doing all that. Because you hope this graham cracker over here speaks Ebonics and he can de-escalate anything that go wrong after you say something.
Right.
Wait a minute, there was no arguing, no yelling, or no cussing. And here you come cussing.
Until you brought your little ass up here.
Right.
You walk up here, Andy Griffin down, 5 years from retirement, talking crazy because your goddamn daddy owned a few niggas. So you talking crazy.
And that's the thing, it's the entitlement of thinking that you are bigger than me. That you are more important than me. That
right, and then they send this girl to her car. They send her to the car, make her leave. The black, whatever the graham cracker do, he turns around, he was like, okay, you have a good evening. He walking off. The saltine standing there, he was like, well, wait a minute. He said, he gonna look at me and say, well, he said, do you have any identification here? And I was like, I sure do. He said, well, can you hand it to me? I said, well, it's not in my pajamas. He said, can you go in the house? I said, if I go in the house, I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
He was like, well, you'll be disobeying the lawful order. I said, I'm ex-military. I said, matter of fact, let me show you how I used to disobey lawful order when I was in the military. How y'all have a good night. Fuck you. And I went in the house, closed the door.
This bastard made me sick.
What the fuck wrong with you, bro? But you were so tough and aggressive.
And since y'all out here, y'all go there and work that shit out. I'm going to bed.
Yeah. Fuck what you talking about, bro?
I'm going to bed. Y'all work
that
shit out.
The problem was her in the house. Now she gone. All right, bye. Fuck.
Right. See y'all.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes it should just be too much. It's like, y'all, they pick and choose when you had enough training, or you pick and choose the situations, because there are so many things that can be de-escalated. Look at all the people they have killed that were unarmed, that wasn't in the midst of no crimes or nothing like that. And the fact that you keep this government, these states and everything, you keep putting in our face that our life don't mean shit, because when you say they don't get charged or they're not guilty, whatever the fuck you say, you keep telling our kids that their lives don't mean shit.
Oh, hold on. I think I told Meech this, but I have a friend that's about 3 years from retirement, special investigator. You know what I'm saying, for the sheriff department in one of these. I ain't gonna put him out there, but he came to check on me. We've been friends for years. I kind of saved his life before, so it's like he looks out for me, right? Okay. He started laughing when he said that those guys that got off over there in motherfucking Tricky Vicky Hill, right? Those guys that got off is because they complained and wanted a board of people to come together to doggone, you know what I'm saying, vote on the demise or vote what should happen to these officers that's doing these things. And they put a whole board together. They complained about getting the board. They put it together. And as soon as the first group of doggone people that was dead wrong come in front of that board, they closed them doors. Ain't no telling what they offered them black folks. And next thing you know, they walk free.
Right. That part. So then you motherfuckers let us know that our kids are for sale again.
Are for sale.
We are for sale again, black people, because that little bit of money that they gave you was worth telling the rest of our kids that your life don't mean shit, and I'm gonna sell your black ass again, just like we used to.
I'm gonna put these killers back on the street for you.
Well,
bruh.
Well.
But wait, can I bring up one point, Red?
Go.
Think about this. Think about somebody that has done a crime. And we absolutely know they did the crime, right?
Mm-hmm.
Time for them to come up for parole. I ain't talking about no vicious crime like no rape or nothing to kids or nothing like that. All right, back in the day, you was a dumbass. You robbed somebody. Armed robbery, you done robbed a store, whatever the fuck you did.
Liquor store got a fifth in the kiss.
Right.
Right.
So you done did 15, 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And for shits and giggles, you go to parole board and they ain't in the mood to get.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you done been a model prisoner all this time, trying to turn your life around. You know, remember back in the day when they could go to school and shit?
Got your master's degree, yeah.
And did all this shit. You done got a trade, you got a degree, you've been reading books, you done found Jesus or Allah, whoever you found in there. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you because you really trying to turn. I'm talking about the ones really trying to turn the life around.
Rehab, yeah.
You go to the goddamn parole board, and just because that day, it's a no.
Mm-mm. Wait a minute.
But you gonna let motherfuckers walk off who just blatantly kill motherfuckers in front of everybody for no reason.
Oh, wait, stop. Hold on. I'm gonna give you this, and I'm backing out because I'm about to get pissed off. Look, I was fighting a case, and I don't mind talking about it because I thought it was crazy, and I literally had to grab my grandmother, God rest her soul, and sit her down because she went to court with me one time and she couldn't go no more because she couldn't handle it. I was in court with no record, not a blemish, 2 honorable discharges, worked in the community for Salvation Army. I got accolades through the city.
Red, I used to work for Salvation Army too.
Right, so program. See, and here's the thing.
I was a bell ringer.
Right here, you was.
So here's the thing. This guy comes up, you know, they call cases before yours. Now here it is. I was stopped with weapons that belonged to me that was purchased across the counter with a gun card the proper way. And I was treated like I stole a bunch of weapons and I was running around like some doggone ignorant thug or something. Hold on. The guy comes out in the orange suit. This guy had done a home invasion, right? Choked this lady damn near to death. Threw the husband out the window.
Damn.
Second floor. I mean, he went up in there and caused havoc. I was listening to this. My grandmother would look like she's like, oh my God. When he walks out in front of this judge, black judge, this judge looks at him and says, good morning, how you doing today? And they tell you, they treating you right okay back there? Everything is fine, you know, you all right? And he said, you got no problems, anything you want to talk to me about? He's like, oh no, everything's okay, Your Honor. Then he says, all right, well, let's get to your case. He said, all right, y'all got this case going. They go over his case, and he tell them everything. I'm going to the judge, say, okay, you need to go over some things and make sure they look busy. He says, so we're going to do a continuance, okay? Fine, but it was good morning, sir, and all that old beautiful, by his name, call him by his name, conversated with the prisoner, which they really don't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then my case came up. I'm sitting there like I am every court date that I have for this particular case. shirt and tie, Brooks Brothers, down, Oak Tree, clean, whatever the heck you want to call it that week.
Okay.
And the first thing he goes is, Gun Runner, come on up here.
Gun Runner.
Nigga, I don't even have a jaywalking ticket on my record. What the hell are you talking about? So here it is. When he did that, I had to grab my grandmother. Because she know who I am. I didn't have no record like that. She wouldn't even, if I was the dog on knucklehead like that, she wouldn't even came down there.
Right.
That part.
Because you know, the real elders,
yeah,
they're like, oh, hell no, I didn't raise your ass like that.
Right.
You doing dumb shit like that, you embarrass me.
But he did that in a courtroom full of people, Nikki. And then when I stand up looking like I own a string of doggone Flourisham shoe stores or something. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They don't want us to look like nothing. So instead of thinking that you worked for the way that you looked, in their mind, you was just what the fuck he said, the gun runner, or the drug dealer, or whatever the fuck he wanted you to be that day. That's the shit right there.
At the time, I wish, because while he was looking at me trying to put that on me, my rent was $4 subsidized. Okay, so don't.
Anybody got to hook up with that? Because let me tell you something.
Okay.
But it was just crazy. That just go to show you when our people sit in those positions, they uniform up or they robe up, we catch a lot of hell.
Right. Look what the judge did to Meek Mill.
Right.
Right.
But you try to lock him back up all that time for riding his damn dirt bike. All the things he's doing in the community. Like, we ain't talking about a knucklehead who came out of jail and abused the system and this, that, and other. You know,
because those are the ones who get the goddamn passes.
Oh, hey, Meech, you know where I got my, I just thought about that little case. You know where I got my card from?
What?
The weapons that they were dogging me about. Do you know where I got the card, the gun card? You know, you got to get registered FOID card.
Right.
I got the card. Bro, you finna fall out. When I first came home from the military, I was not home a week. I was walking out my front door. I didn't meet the new guy next door, but come to find out, he favored me a lot, and he was a big drug dealer, lived upstairs in the house next door to us.
Okay. Okay.
So here it is. I decide one day I'm gonna come out. I just spend all this time in town. I'm gonna come out and go ride. You know what I'm saying? Just kick it in the neighborhood.
Right.
I walk out. When I'm walking out, I see a cop walking down the street, but I'm thinking they just on flat foot. You know what I'm saying?
You better not say what the fuck I think you should.
When I step out my gate, our front yard, we had a nice, beautiful 2-flat, tuck pointed, manicured lawn, all that.
Remember he told us about that.
I opened the gate. When I went to step out, the cop was like, "Hey, come here, come here." I was like, "What?" I stepped back up in the gate. He came up in the gate. Next thing you know, when he come up in the gate, 2 more cars pulling up.
Right.
He got me, patting me down in my yard on my front steps.
Right.
Then when I tell him when he want to pat me down, he get right up under my arms. I stop. I said, "Yo," I said, "Chill out." I said, "I got a 380 in my back right pocket." He was like, and he went to go in my pocket and he got it right. And he turns around to everybody else saying, "Gun, we got him, gun."
You could have been dead right then and there.
Right.
I was looking like I told you it was there.
Right. You act like you made some big discovery.
Right. I just told you the gun was there. Oh no, you tell that to the judge. Boom, he threw the cuffs on me. When he turned me around and walked me out the gate, just so happened my Uncle Stanley that I talk about all the time was just happened to be turning the corner, going to the behind to go to the garage in the back of the house.
Right.
He looking like this, going one way, looking at the front of the house, like what the heck? Because it didn't match.
Right.
My decorated sailor nephew is getting locked up. What the hell?
Right. Right.
So here it is. I'm sitting here looking crazy because I don't know nothing about. I ain't been home in years.
Right.
So here it is. I get out. After I go down there, they process me the whole 9 yards. When I go to my first court date, I walk in the courtroom. Of course, I got on the whole French cuff, white cuff with the pinstripe shirt, and the tie, slacks.
Okay, I would have put my uniform on.
No. I don't know. No. I don't know. I was going in there just as clean, just as creased up as uniform.
Right.
When I walked in there, when I walked in that courtroom and opened the doors, you know how you go in and sit down and wait for your name to be called?
Right.
Ray Rayville. Everything. Every nigga in there had a half a head braided, had pants hanging off their goddamn ass.
Had a half a head braided.
Right. Had on a doggone shirt that doggone let you fix your car with. You know what I'm saying? If nobody had on a collared shirt, nobody had on a shoe.
Wait,
they in scuffs. You said not a shoe, they in scuffs.
Wait, when he said half head braided, Rick, guess what my head automatically went to?
What?
The All I Need video, Method Man.
Right, exactly. There you go. Now you know what I'm talking about. Now you know what I'm talking about. So I walk in, I'm like, I said, and my uncle was with me because they was worried about me going to jail. Somebody had to be there. So I was like this. When I walked in, I had already told my uncle, I said, man, I said, I'm good. I said, I'm not going to jail. He was like, oh, you don't know how it is now. I said, bruh, trust me. Look around the room and look at me.
Right.
I'm going to jail.
Right.
We get there, we sit down. The first 4 people that he called up there, he knocked a dick in the dirt, a white judge. Knocked a dick through the earth. I don't care how petty the crime was, he was going to jail.
Uh-huh.
So he's sitting there, my uncle like this. He nervous. I'm not. I'm just like this. I'm just waiting for my name to be called.
Right.
I'm looking at all these niggas up here making this goddamn garbage can hairy ass fashion statement. I know when I step up here and he open up that damn thing and look up at me, he gonna change it. He ain't nothing he ain't seen. He gonna be like, oh, damn. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't everything. So I was like this. So I did when he called me. I walk up there, white man, salt and pepper hair, judge.
Mm-hmm.
When I get up there, you know how they had a little your folder open?
Yeah.
I'm looking at him because I'm standing right there because it's probably standing right at the doggone thing.
Mm-hmm.
I look over here. Matter of fact, well, yeah, I look over here. He got this. He can hold like this.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I look
the way that car got parked up in the front.
And I look up, and for the first time in my walk of life, I looked up, I said, So he said, well, what was you, what he said, what exactly, why you needed a gun? I said, well, I just come home from the military. And I said, honestly, I said, I purchased a gun because I have a whole wife and kids. And I used it to protect my home. I said, and I purchased it legally. You know what I'm saying? When I was in the state of Virginia, I said, so I didn't realize that I was doing anything wrong. I said, I told him I had the weapon on me. I surrendered my ID. I said, I was in compliance. I said, so I didn't really understand what was all the problem was. He said, do you have an FOID card? I said, I don't know what that is. I said, I've been gone for years. I fought for my country. I was in Desert Storm from beginning to end. Everything. He said, oh, you was in Desert Storm. And then he was talking and he was like, oh, okay. He said, so he looking. And he looking and like, bro, you only got 2 pieces of paper up there. I'm like, what is, I don't know where. So he finally looked, he said, well, let me see. Let me think about this. He said, and then I look up and I said, honestly, if it takes you all keeping the weapon, I'm fine with that because I was ignorant to what was going on. I said, so that would put me in a state. I was green and I didn't understand. I said, besides, it's not one of my tools that I work with. And when I said that, he looked up. And he said, what do you mean tools you work with? I said, like those tools right there on your jewelry. And he said, okay, hold on. And he stopped. He turned around, said something to them. They gave him a piece of paper. He turned it over. He signed on the doggone bottom corner of the paper. He said, here you go. I said, what's this? He said, that's an FOID card application. I need you to take this, fill it out properly, get a copy of your driver's license and everything, and put a picture in there with it and mail it to the address. He said, and when you get your card, you can pick your weapon up downtown. I said, oh, okay. And I was like, okay, so I'm still standing there waiting for how much, and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, he looking at you like, why the fuck you still standing here?
You know what he said? He said, and don't do it no more. Next.
I'm done.
Our society is so right. It couldn't because there was no reason. Our society has had us so intertwined with, oh, the big bad white man gonna do it. Mm-hmm. Oh, this motherfucker think he, he's so hard on the black people. You don't know who the fuck.
You don't know who, because I'm gonna tell you all the way home. Now my uncle is older than me. Like my uncle's an older guy now. All the way home, while he driving me home, right? He sat right there in that courtroom, and he was sitting there when we got in that truck, and he was driving. He kept looking over at me about 3 blocks, and then finally he looked at me. He said, "What the fuck just happened in there?"
Because at the end of the day, even though we make those kind of connections and stuff that we make, they are important, and we need them. We shouldn't need them
at all.
We do, and that's the reality. We do. So when people are like, I don't want to join this, and I don't want to join
the only reason I reached out to him at that moment because I want him to understand the type of man that I was. I'm not none of these motherfuckers in here.
Right. Like, come
on. Okay. Exactly. Now let's do this, because having said all that, we still have an issue here because we have a deputy who killed himself.
Fact.
Okay.
But why are they not? Okay.
Go there, because that's what I am.
Where's the outrage?
We're on their behalf.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking
on their behalf.
Where's the motherfucking outrage?
Where are y'all to sit down here and say, damn, he went out like that? You know, we've been trying to talk to y'all, and y'all need to understand, where are especially those who say that Blue Lives Matter. And you keep wanting to push your blue flag in front of everybody, say our lives matter too.
All right. Every police officer in America, every one of y'all, everyone, y'all need to pay attention to what this man did. Pay attention to the signs that he put forth before he went forward. And y'all need to all go to work one day like normal, and everybody walk out at the same time.
Stand the fuck
and
up.
go in the communities that you police.
Right.
Get out and just help somebody and introduce yourself.
Because it can't just be that one cop.
Right, exactly.
We always got that one cop that everybody cool with. Why is it only that one cop?
Yeah, because
that'll come out there and play with the kids.
Right.
Show the kids that you ain't supposed to be scared of me.
What happened to the police? We used to have the PAL, Police Athletics League. That
PAL
was called
my best motherfucking friend.
Okay.
I got boys. PAL was my best friend. When
we had
who this, that.
Okay. When we had Detroit, we had the singing police officers called the Blue Pigs. Right. Okay.
Yeah,
and they would go through and go to school, and I understand that they're still active. Okay. However, those particular programs are still not highlighted. They used to be to where you could see them all the time. You heard about a Blue Pigs concert or whatever that was there to, some of them made up songs. And in order for them to get, in touch with the kids, they learned a couple of little hip hop songs or the little songs that we had, in order to say that they, to show that they were, that they weren't anti-people. You know what I'm saying? That they were part of the community. They understand what's going on. That was something that was a staple when we were coming up. But now, over the time, all of that has gone to hell in a handbasket.
Listen, the programs that they have for them, especially concerning the POW, my child knows how to golf because of POW. My child, I'm talking about that young ignorant one, the last one, he trying to come around because he a daddy now. He trying. I swear he trying. Do you guys know, what Bagada boating is?
Bagada boat, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So when they on that long, canoe,
yeah.
They taught them the way. Marley can roll. They would do it to the beat of a drum. Like you had to roll in sync. Like
Right.
there are teams for this all over the world. Like I want
Right.
to send Marley to Jerry's
The
Rock.
cadence is rah, and it's and they run,
and they have to roll with it. Like because you'll fuck
Right.
up the whole thing if you're not rolling with it. These are things that you wouldn't think little inner city kids knew. But they knew it. They learned it and they liked it. Because we had this stuff like that. Now, when I lived in the suburbs, you know, in a county, we had to pay for PAL, but it's cool. Cool. When I lived in the city, we didn't have to pay for it. But when I lived in the county, we had to pay. Either way, my kids are going.
Hold on. Let me press pause right there. Because I want you to understand something that you just said. You were outside of the parameters, which means it was a fee for you. Because you had to live here in order to, you know, that was a perk. That was a perk. Okay. And so coming into this, if you weren't in the city, the money had to stay within the city. That's how we were rolling over our own money.
Right. And but the PAL in the county, you gotta pay for.
Right.
Because the county's gotta pay for, you know, we gotta pay for little shit. You gotta cover the costs. You gotta cover the costs of the motherfucking potholes and this and that and that. Blah, blah, blah. The counties, they have the budget for PAL to be free. But for me, it was important that they go.
Right.
It was important. PAL, you had to fundraise. I remember one time Molly and Redman came home. You know, they both in PAL, both want to play football, 2 different leagues because, you know, their ages, Redman like 4 years older. They like, you got to sell like $250 worth of something, or $300 worth of something. Pizza kits and motherfucking cookie dough. It was $300 worth of pizza kits in my damn big ass deep freezer and $300 worth of cookie dough. Brian bought $300 worth of some shit and I bought $300. I said, hey, I'm not taking this shit to work. I'm not doing all this motherfucking shit.
Right.
But it was important. It was necessary. Because you want to give your kids something to do. Right now, we don't have that. Even before COVID started, our kids ain't got shit to do outside. This all our kids.
Right.
You'll watch a motherfucker playing, but you won't go outside and play.
That's all they know. Yeah.
Stop. Okay.
I banned Lily from watching that little A for Allie. The little girl was literally on there playing games with her family, playing with her dolls and stuff like that. You are watching her do that when we got 9 million games in there, and I buy you a new Barbie almost every week. Her collection is getting up there. Like, her collection is going to be awesome. I said, Lily, you can't watch it no more because something is going on in there where I feel like you done hypnotized the kids.
It's mind melting. Right. All this shit is mind melting.
You seen the shit. Seen any child when Baby Shark came on.
Right.
I use sleep hypnosis to go to sleep every night. I know what hypnosis look like.
Right.
You put on Baby Shark for any baby, little baby and toddler kids like kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, 3rd grade.
High school dropouts.
Okay, them too. We know it's a little something. And everybody is like this.
Hold on. No.
I want to play it backwards. What the fuck is they saying?
Did they have officer friendly? When you was young.
Who was officer friendly?
She said, who is officer friendly? See, I knew it.
I know we had McGruff.
McGruff?
And Smokey the Bear.
And Smokey the Bear.
Dog and Smokey.
The life you save may be your own.
Now, officer friendly was just officer.
Remember?
Oh yeah, Smokey the Bear. But officer friendly.
Ain't it crazy? That shit is.
I mean, like, officer friendly was an officer attached to every school in every community of the United States. Okay. That would just be like an officer friendly day, and they get up there and they talk about different stuff and about, you know, the rights and wrong, how to cross the street. So the kindergarten, how do we cross the street? You know, and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah, they can't. Remember they come and teach stranger danger and all that shit. I don't like that shit no more. Like, I still got the pictures from when they came and took your kids' pictures and their thumbprints.
Yeah, remember that?
Anything happened to you?
Yeah.
Because that's the picture that we're going to use on that merchandise. Remember, I said we got the kid with the crown on his head. We use a Redman's picture from that.
But hold on, how about this? And this is something that's not that old, But because of the situations in the communities across America that's been going on, instead of them being smart enough to double or triple it or enforce it or doggone bring it to a light, they took it away.
Right.
Wrong time. No, I'm tell you what. I'm tell you something because ain't nobody even paying attention to this. This is something they took away this past holiday season, and if they'd have doubled or tripled it, it might have doggone caused a calming and some type of communication like.
What was it?
They took away shop with the cops.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Shop with the cops was the cops were assigned the family and they budget and they would take the child for Christmas. They take them shopping. They get whatever they want for Christmas. And these kids, they were getting game consoles and all the great stuff they wanted.
Right. It was similar to Adopt a Family program, but the police officers did it.
But the police officers did it.
Yeah.
But what better time in America they need to double and triple that. They needed to pump that up to cause a calming. You know what I'm saying? Because now you got little bitty kids, 5 and 6 years old, and when the police is and I've seen this with my own eyes. We stand in the store in line. Matter of fact, I was in Publix. There was a police officer standing at the deli. I'm standing in line waiting on my turn. Police officer's up there. He was getting his stuff. It was a lady standing right here. She had her son next. You know how you got the sandwiches here and the wing. So he's standing at the sandwiches, getting the sandwich. He's standing over there at the wing. And the little boy, he could have been 5, maybe 6. The cops waiting on the sandwiches and stuff that he ordered. And the little boy standing there right next to his mama. But he right there between the cop and his mama. The cop turned around and see him. He's like, "Hey, what's going on, partner?" Like this, you know, being friendly to the boy. That little boy looked at him like, "Nigga, don't touch me," and went to the other side of his mama and grabbed her.
Right.
I'm laughing, but that shit and the climate and shit that we be in, you know, you can't readily say the police is your friend.
Right, but I'm saying, but this little kid, when he did it, I'm standing next to the line. You know my ignorant ass. I did like this. I looked. I said, "Well, that said it all." I did it just like that.
So damn ignorant.
Y'all know we can't take him nowhere.
I was like, but it was just like, whoa. What the fuck?
That's a good question.
About those except in the hospital. I know trying to say that about those except for us. I don't know. Don't they still do the footprints?
No, but see, here's something to consider. Here's something to consider, because if they did baby footprints on those damn birth certificates and carrying on, remember the Atlanta child murders, all these damn kids missing when the kids was on the milk bars carrying on? Why in the hell didn't they use any of that information to try to find these kids?
When my mom friend, Miss Betty Jill, she used to drive me to school in the morning when that was going on. And every morning we would get in there, they would give an update. Hey, Cal. They would give an update on it. And then no charge would come on. The 9 months I carried you.
Oh. This is okay, Mama Shirley, honey.
Every time.
No charge.
Every morning when they did the report, they did the update, and then they played it. So every time I would hear that song, that shit, and you know, we was young back then. I think I had only came to Georgia a couple times from family reunions and shit. I don't even know where the fuck we was coming to back then when I was so little.
Right.
But that shit, even as a kid, you scared. You scared these kids is just coming up missing. And you a kid. And all you hear is, we don't know what happened. We still searching.
Do you remember the couple, the few, maybe I could say probably I can remember no more than 2 or 3 that popped back up grown?
Right.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it happened a few times.
Yeah, the white boy.
Yeah.
That got snatched. My name was Matthew or Adam. Not Adam. Adam was the one that got killed. That's why
he got killed.
That's why his daddy did America's Most Wanted and all that. But my name is Matt. They made a movie out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where was they at?
That was West Coast, wasn't it?
No, I'm talking about where was they at all that time?
Um,
I don't.
they were living with someone else. Somebody had kidnapped them and was raising them as theirs.
You know, you could sell a kid. Back then, they was taking them kids
Child trafficking, yeah.
and selling them to somebody.
Oh, he getting in them streets.
Right. My ass is sleepy as hell. I hear that.
Well, here.
Well, Keisha been here since yesterday. Only seen her for like an hour or so.
What else? And I know her and her partner in crime and partner. Whatever.
Listen, earlier, y'all, I was sitting here, right? And I was just BSing because it was I might have been doing my hours on Bigo or whatever. But all of a sudden they said, Nick, what's wrong with you? I said, y'all don't think I'm high. Because them two was upstairs. My vent is right here and this fan is right here. Then they gonna come downstairs to my son. Dang, it smell good down here.
I'm beat your ass. Right. Okay. Let's do this. Let's take a commercial break. When we come back, I'm gonna lighten the mood up just a little bit. And we're gonna go into a little Black history, right? And have a little fun. Let me see what your trivia is. So now, right now, all of y'all who are power to the people children and you want to stay woke and all that, I need you right here. Okay, I need you right here. So go get all your children. Okay, go get the crew, the clan, the what we call them now. My set.
Don't bring the clan. Bring the tribe.
No, bring them. Because everybody's gonna learn something. And especially those of y'all who knowledgeable on our peoples.
That's right.
Know, when did you get those cards? Because every time I tried to order them, they were like out of stock. I had to wait.
Hold on. We'll come back in a moment.
Okay.
Honey. Yeah.
That nigga got the hook.
That's Master P. He got the hookup.
Have you tried Big Rob popcorn? It's a wonderful anytime snack that everyone will love. Available in 3 flavors. Grown and sexy, which is the perfect mix of cheddar, cheese, and caramel. Sugar Shack, a fruitful flavored mix of watermelon and apple. So delicious and good. How about spicy butter and white cheddar? Everyone loves it. That's why it's called good. All Big Rob snacks are manufactured in an FDA-approved facility and flash sealed for freshness, safety, and worldwide delivery. To order, call or text 937-367-8650. That's 937-367-8650. Or contact Big Rob via Instagram at HeyBigRob. As the holidays approach, take advantage of the holiday special. Purchase more than 2 bags and receive a free CD. Call or text 937-367-8650 to place your order now. Big Rob popcorn, the perfect snack that you will love. It's so delicious.
fragrance from the Sensuality Fragrance Collection. The Sensuality Collection embodies a unique array of customized original scents created by Big Meech. Indulge yourself in such fragrances as eye candy, foreplay, anticipation, shower fresh, naked beauty, or pay homage to the motherland and choose an oil from our exclusive Wakanda collection. Over 17 different scents that will tantalize your senses. Order yours today. Log on to www.dishingtea.com for more information. Because remember, it's all about the tea. Sensuality, that is. The views and opinions expressed here on Dishing Tea TV are strictly those of the hosts and guests of this program. They do not reflect the views and opinions or governing actions of any of the sponsors or affiliates of Dishing Tea Entertainment, Artist First Entertainment, Big Guy ENT, Atlanta Hot Radio, Black GDP TV, or Diversity TV. Your viewing and listening discretion is advised. All right, and we are back. If you're just tuning in, you're watching Dishing Tea with Big Meech with Aunt Nikki and the big guy ally, that's Big Red over there.
What's happening?
Okay, what's up?
Listen, that the Black GDP one, you know how the music's so mellow. Y'all know my ass sleepy as shit. I almost fell asleep, I swear to God.
You so dumb.
I was over here like, oh, damn.
I got you, Derek. I got you. Go to my website, Chad. Go to the website, dishingtea.com.
Some naked beauty.
Okay, now listen, and I have 3 new scents that I've added to the line, to the collection. I have OMG, Road Trip, and Power to the People.
Okay, not Power to the People.
I did a Power
Hey,
to the
I'm gonna give you a couple of things to put together, and I want you to see what the scent come out like.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna call it She Squirted.
Nope. You said okay too quick, Meech. You should have known.
That's all right. I bet Nikki gets some of that She Squirted.
Well, you know what? I thought you said tea squirted, honey, but that's okay. I was going to call it that anyway. Anyway, because it's all about the tea. Okay. Okay, what you? Y'all stupid and stupid and stupid yet again. Okay. Well, here's where it is, children. Now, y'all know I was telling y'all earlier at the beginning of the program that I I'd like to introduce a Black-owned business and or a product or whatever. And at first I didn't think I had one, but my cards just came just a few days ago. Okay. And the thing of it was, it kind of pissed me off with them because quite frankly, I had forgotten.
What, Urban and Natural?
Yeah, I have forgotten about it because I ordered it for during the holiday season. And, they had the bundle pack. Okay.
Okay.
So I got all 5 decks of the cards, okay, that they have available.
You fancy, huh?
Well, it was cute. You got all 5 decks, and I forgot what the deal was at that time, but it was a real cute deal for all 5 decks. Okay. Now, when they first came out with deck number 1, okay, volume 1, the very first one, I have bought this deck. Okay. This is the first one. And when the company first started, I bought it. In fact, I think I bought 2 decks at that time. I wanted to send one home to my nieces and nephews.
Okay.
So I said, okay, fine. Then they had come out with deck number 2, and deck number 2 is all women, okay? African American women and stuff, Black History card and carrying on. And then they have a 3rd deck now. When they came out with the 3rd deck, I thought this was really cute. This is for STEM, science, technology, engineering. What is the A? arts and mathematics. Okay,
Oh, okay.
so they came out with the STEM pack. So everything in here deal with those who are, who made advancements in those particular areas. Okay,
Okay.
then they come out with volume number 4. Volume 4 is pre 1492. So this here is
Oh,
really giving us our history, okay? Some
wow.
Black history that children may not know, okay?
I'm
And
with
carry
that
it
one.
on. And I'm just going to pick one randomly, okay? Because as a deck of cards, I think it's like 52
I like that
per deck.
that the last one. I want that.
Okay, then like this one here is the Rosetta Stone, 196 BCE. And it says a unique stone that features both Greek and Egyptian languages and uses 3 different scripts, hieroglyphics, Demotics, and Greek. Pierre Bouchard, the French captain, discovered the Rosetta Stone in
Hold up. Did you
1799.
say demonics?
No,
Yeah.
Demotics,
Oh, okay. I was getting
without
ready
the N, Demotics.
okay.
Okay.
You
Um,
had heard that too, didn't you, Ray? You
because
heard that.
I was
Both
trying
of
to
us
say,
was over here like,
Demotics
okay,
without the N because it's spelled Demotic. And
okay,
okay, yeah. But we just call it demotics. Okay, so
okay.
okay,
Oh, my bad.
okay,
My bad. I thought I needed you. Okay.
okay.
Dorks, that wasn't us.
Wait a minute. He said, "My bad. I thought I needed you." I'm a be.
Got him on
Uh
speed dial, Red. Yeah, him on
Okay.
speed dial.
Yeah.
Come on the main line. Tell him
Thomas.
what you want.
Right. Thomas Young of England and Jean-François Champion of France were the 2 main people who worked on figuring out what the Rosetta Stone said. The Rosetta Stone was carved by a group of priests who were honoring an Egyptian king, and it lists everything the king did. It is believed that the Rosetta Stone was carved in 196 CE. The Rosetta Stone was particularly important because it provided the key to unlocking Egyptian hieroglyphics and their meanings. Knowledge of Egyptian hieroglyphics meanings can be attributed to the translation of the Rosetta Stone. So all of that is on this particular flashcard, okay?
That's
And
dope.
so, they give you all this, and this is really cute. So, I hadn't seen these particular decks. I was familiar with the first ones,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And then they have with deck number 5 or volume 5. This is the Afro Latino Afro Cuban edition.
Nice.
Okay, right. Now this is where I believe in the product because I'm like, okay, fine. This, that, and the third. Let's see. I pick one at random. Okay. Now, Celia Cruz. Okay. I just pick one at random, honey, and how I'm doing it. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Okay, God humbles me all the time. I'm sitting up here fucking them up. Yeah. Thank God there was no water here. Okay. Okay. Here I go. Okay.
Here I go, here
Anywho,
I go, here I go.
right. So the way how I have it, I just have words, or whatever. So I don't know who's on the front. So Celia Cruz, October 21st, 1925, July 16th, 2003. Okay. Yes. Cuban American salsa singer and performer. And I affectionately call her Patti LaBelle's mama. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So throughout her singing career, Cruz recorded a total of 75 records with 23 certified gold. Her music career started in the 1940s after she won the La Hora del Té singing contest. She enrolled in Havana's National Conservatory of Music, but one of her professors pushed her to pursue her music career full time, so she dropped out. During the 1950s, she was part of the Sonora Mantecara Orchestra and decided to move to the United States with the rest of her orchestra during Castro's rise to power. For the next 3 decades, Cruz's popularity in music blossomed. The National Endowment of Arts awarded Cruz the American National Medal in 1994. Cruz won several Grammys and received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Okay.
and had a net worth of $1 million.
How about that? Okay. So that's Miss Celia Cruz, honey.
I like these cards.
So this is what I thought. Now listen. Now here's where I believe in the company. Like I said, this is urbanintellectuals.com. Urbanintellectuals.com. Okay, well, you can purchase these particular cards. Now they have other cards that are with this as well. As a matter of fact, um, okay, 1619 project. You know what? I'm hip to that, but they don't have any cards about that. However, there is a movement with that, and I thought there was supposed to be a movie about that as well. Okay. Um, but they have some other cards that they have put with it, trivia cards, and like they got cards for discussion. If you want to sit down and have deep philosophical discussions in your talk groups or whatever. So I thought that was really really cute, right? So when they came out and introduced Volume 5, I said, "Oh my, how prolific." So I got on. I'm trying to type with them because I wanted to bring the creator onto the show, and I'm still going to do that. However, I'm gonna say this out loud because shit had happened. I said, "Oh my!" I said, "Because you're sectioning off everyone. You got pre 1492 Afro Latino. The STEM children. You got a whole deck on women and carrying on." I said, I said, are you considering doing an LGBT deck? Of our famous Black LGBT? And child, that got almost a hell no. Almost. He didn't say hell no, but he just said, "Oh no, we're not interested in doing that." And I was like, "Oh, well, my bad. Wait a minute. I thought you were about uplifting the Black community, you know." And if you're talking, separated these particular cards or whatever, separating the folks, I thought that might be something, to say these are,
So,
Black folks who have contributed to the struggle and blah blah blah, whatever.
so it's like Mr. Baldwin not there,
No, well, I don't know. I don't know. I got to
or
look
is it
through
that
the
they want to slip it in there, but they don't want to tell you that part?
right, and things of that nature. So, let me see who we got in the first deck. Okay, all right. Okay, yeah, that. There are the cards. We got Zumbi Dos Polemus, Dr. Yusuf Bin, Jokahan, Shirley Chisholm, Ruth Foster, Redlining, the Queen of Sheba, Percy Julian, Patrice Lumbumba, Paul Robeson, Olmex, Noble Drew Ali, Nina Simone, Nat Turner, Muhammad Ali, the
You
Moors,
got, never mind.
Montgomery Bus Alabama Bus Boycott, Medgar Evers, Matthew Henson, Mary McLeod Bethune, Martin Delaney, Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Maggie Lena Walker, Madam C.J. Walker, Kwame Nkrumah, and I'm pronouncing it. I always pronounce his name wrong.
Kwame and the Black Panther Kwame.
No, 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 no. No, the Prime Minister of Ghana between 1957 and 1960. He was the president of Ghana.
That was
Yeah.
I think that's who he took his name after, though, ain't it? Or something
I
like that?
think so. I'm almost certain. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Took his name after him on the retreat. Guyanese when they did the little.
Yeah, Kwame Ture, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Jomo Kenyatta, John Horse, John Henry Clark, John Higginbotham, Jean Baptiste Point.
That name right there got me in trouble in school.
Which one?
That one before.
Okay, well, here's James Baldwin. James Baldwin is in this first deck.
I bet it don't say nothing about the rainbow.
Oh, I'm sure it doesn't. I'm sure it doesn't because that was when we talk about James Baldwin, we never do. That's the one thing that they never talk about. Novelist, essayist, playwright, poet, and African American social critic. Explore palpable yet unspoken intricacies intricacies of racial, sexual, and class distinctions in Western societies, most notably in mid 20th century America. Fictionize fundamental personal questions and dilemmas amidst complex social and psychological pressures, thwarting the equitable integration not only of Black people but also gay and bisexual men, while
Boom.
depicting some internalized obstacles to such individuals' quest for acceptance. Well, maybe they did. Did I just sit down here
But wait a
about to eat?
minute.
I got to
Is
eat
it
my word.
possible that whoever you talk to might not even know that was in there?
Maybe, I don't know, but no, this is the first deck, so they had to know. This is their signature deck.
But I'm
Okay,
just saying, not everybody know the shit they supposed to know.
right.
They say when you serve up that signature deck,
I'm
get
not.
everything you want.
I'm not.
Becomes a spokesperson for civil rights movement in 1963. Published a long essay, "The Fire Next Time," in which he predicted the outburst of Black anger to crimes, to come rather. So okay, so yeah, so James Baldwin is in here. Ivan Van Sertima, Frederick Douglass, of course, Huey P. Newton, PhD. Yeah, because the Harlem Renaissance, Haitian Revolution,
Yes.
Haley
I love that Haitian Revolution, baby. I just love reading it.
Haley
Burn that
Selassie the
shit
First,
down.
Francis Quest Welsing, Fannie Lou Hamer, Elijah Muhammad, Elijah McCoy, Dick Gregory, Claudette Colvin, Carter C. Woodson, Bob Marley, Black Wall Street, the first Black Cowboys, Bessie Coleman, Benjamin Banneker, Barack Obama, Angela Davis, and the 1968 Olympics Black Power Fest.
You know what?
So,
I heard you say Bob Marley, right?
yes.
What era was that you just spoke on?
Get it? It seemed like it was all over the spectrum.
Yeah, this here is the, like I said, this is their signature deck. This is what kicked them off, and so I guess it was very all over because they were given
Oh,
a broad
Yeah, that was
history,
that was broad because it was too many. It was like
of
different
this.
decades and
Right,
okay, because I was sitting here weirded out because I just knew eventually you were gonna say Mahalia Jackson. You know what I'm saying, or something like that.
right. Well, you know what? Now she may be in the women's book, in the women's deck,
oh yeah,
because
they got a
after
whole
the
women's
first
deck.
deck, then they started specializing because, like I said, volume 2 is all women.
Okay.
Volume 3 are those with STEM, science, technology, engineering, math, and arts and math.
Yeah, that peanut
And
butter
then,
should be in there.
so yeah, well, we hope. Now, like I said, I have not gone through the cards. I just opened them up today. All of these, I got the other ones that I was taking to work. Like the discussion questions and carrying on and the trivia stuff. So
I got a question.
I have an answer, hopefully.
Do y'all think they took Bill Cosby out if they had him in there at first?
No, he under pharmacy.
Now he might be under here for the STEM for arts.
Did you hear what your brother said where he at?
Yeah, yeah.
He
I,
said, yeah.
I'm not. I'm not. I am not. Okay. I am not. Okay.
And you know I'm sleepy too. I don't know why. I
okay.
was trying to ask a serious ass question.
I'm
He
sorry.
just
I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, because I mean, he did contribute a lot. Because he wasn't just an actor and stuff. Back then, he was an activist and all that stuff too.
Not a group hug. Do we need a group hug?
Listen,
I need a
Okay.
pudding pop.
Hush, child. Not a Jello pudding pop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I don't know, child. Listen.
Jean-Claude Baptiste, I love.
Yeah.
Is that the song, honey? Don't mess with Bill.
Don't mess with Bill. No,
Oh,
no.
yeah. Okay. Okay.
Don't mess with Bill.
Leave my Billy alone. Right.
Hey. Now you know what? I have to share this with my fam. That was my grandmother. She used to make me play that song because my granddaddy's name was William.
My mom used to play this song. She had a boyfriend for a long time. His name was Bill.
William.
Bill, honey, that song will come on. Now, Jackie could sing. Christine can't motherfucking sing. She could hold the note if I put it in her motherfucking hand. But Don't Mess with Bill, come on.
Yeah.
Now you know what? See, don't play, cause see, I've been did a mix and did "Keep Away Girls" and then had that in the background and tie that in there somewhere. Just
Ooh,
don't mess with Bill.
leave my Billy alone.
Just to have that on the background. We need a child, please, honey. Do a mega mix, honey,
Oh,
on
y'all can
that.
do that with us.
Okay.
I
So
told y'all
that
I be so
there.
happy in the mornings. I'll be able to play my music before I start the affirmations and shit. Y'all, I'll be here jamming.
Okay. So
Man, let me tell you. Oh, I'm sorry. Beach.
no, urbanintellectuals.com
Hey,
is where you find all that. And like I said, they told me basically for the alphabet children, set for the alphabet children. They were like, well, why don't you start your own and do your own?
right.
And I was like, well, you know what? Thank you for the inspiration, but I was trying to not to come on and to clap your thunder, because this here is something that's that. But
That you guys had started, right?
right, and it was just an idea. But okay, I didn't mean to offend you because shit, I felt like I offended you, you know. But like I said at the beginning of all this, I know I took it a certain way because it was like a clapback to me.
Right.
It felt like it was a clapback, but I was like, okay, we're not going to entertain all that.
Now
This
Well,
is
usually
idea.
this is red, right? Let's
what?
play devil's advocate real quick.
Okay.
You know how we always saying how everybody want to be equal, but when it
Right,
comes to the alphabet children, don't
right,
worry about what my sexuality is. Worry about whatever my cause or whatever is. So, are we to be offended if they do include more people than James Baldwin and other people, whatever, and not include whatever say that their mission wasn't about the children. It was just they are what they were. They did this and it was great. XYZ was
right.
great. Does it have to be mentioned that they were a part of the community? Is that offensive
Oh,
if they
that's a good
don't?
question. That's a good question. I would say yes, and the reason why I say yes is because let's look at what they did here. Having not read that thing about James Baldwin, I'm very shocked that they put that in there about him, fighting for gay and bisexual rights and carrying
Right.
on. At the same time, they didn't say that I had to read Angela Davis because Angela Davis came out as lesbian, you know, and that
Mm-hmm.
and everybody wanted to be Angela Davis back in the day. They wanted froze and carrying on, she was power to the people and things of that nature. So what I say yes, because what we need to do is to say just because they were alphabet children, honey, they were still down with the cause. See, the part of the misconception and why the divide is so tight, or the divide is so tight and jacked is because power to the people children who are hetero attractional don't see the alphabet children making any contribution. They just see all the flim and the finger snapping, or the bull daggers who want, you think you're a man and walk,
Yo, my grandma and them used to say that fucking word. I'll be
you
like,
know.
yo, what? A bull dagger.
So that there,
That's what make everybody think shit be wrong because the
right?
negative connotation that you put on it. Now I was just wondering because we think about like James Baldwin did things not only just regular shit, but then he fought for LGBTQ rights, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But what about like when Angela Davis was in the Panthers? It wasn't about her being gay. It was about power to the people, whatever,
But it
whatever,
didn't
whatever.
matter. See, the whole thing of it is, and this is what it is. It didn't matter when we were fighting because that wasn't the fight until we had to fight for alphabet rights. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and that's
We're
what I'm saying. But
fighting.
what if she wasn't a part of the alphabet rights?
Uh
I'm
huh.
just saying, like, if she
Uh huh.
see, with James Baldwin, we know it's clear cut. This is what you fought for, right?
Right.
Anybody that's fighting for LGBT and the rest of them rights, listen, because y'all know y'all be adding letters every day. I'm sorry, I'm old. Y'all know I love y'all. It ain't that. I just be forgetting. But we know that they fighting for those rights, so that should be well documented. They were blah 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 because they fought. You know what I mean? You did
Right.
this and you did that. But say that there was a person fighting for something. Say the fuck you was fighting for animal rights,
Uh huh.
and they put you in a history book.
Uh
Does that
huh.
history book also need to say that you were part of the children? Because
I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? That
I see what you're saying.
Only because, like we always say, like I'm mad at people when you judge somebody that I know from the community just because what their preference is. You're not looking at the difference that they're making in whatever it is that they're doing. So if I'm asking you, don't worry about what the hell their sexual preference is, and their fight isn't about that. Is it, do they feel it, do the community feel the type of way if they don't say lesbian, you want them to say lesbian dog fighter? Like,
look, if I don't ask you about your chick, don't worry about my dick.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, if
And
they're fighting for those
thank
rights,
you
I
for that
believe we should be
slogan. That's a
loud and
T-shirt.
proud.
But to answer the question, will the community get upset? I'm going to have to say yes, because the community itself, see, that includes our white counterparts, because it becomes the whole idea of you need to say that, and how dare you exclude that, and blah 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 blah. But here's my thing: I say if we're doing a documentary or whatever, and that's a part of them, and that was who they were, because it's just like anything else. We know Martin Luther King, and then they say he was a father, he was a husband, he was a this, he was a that. Okay, but in that, you know, it didn't stop that everything else. You know what I'm saying? It didn't stop all he's done, and blah 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 blah, and this, that, and the other. So
Because I know
in
it
the
just seems
same,
like sometimes it's on two sides of it. I don't want you to judge nobody to judge anybody that I care about just because you think their sexual preference is wrong to you. Like like the fuck, whoever they fucking just constitutes whatever happens in your life. So if you was the dog activist, why is it necessary? Because all I'm worried about is that you was the good dog activist. So, and then the second somebody say you was the gay dog activist, now here the fuck y'all coming and took away all his good stuff because y'all can't handle the fact that they was gay.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
And that's the catch-22 in it.
Why is everything so derogatory in the description when it comes to doggone somebody's sexuality and their preference? Because if you take a person that has anything to do with anything else in the world, like, and you'll say, okay, person plays a thing. Now, okay, descriptive of noun is an adjective. So you take the doggone noun, okay, just pick one, Nikki. I'll say that football player. You know what I'm saying? Just say something about the football player and put an adjective in front of it.
Oh, okay. Oh, so like flashy Deshaun Jackson.
Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But let's say that you take a guy that you know is part of the LGBT community and you want to be negative because that's what it is, and that's a descriptive thing, and what he got going on has nothing to do with that. But then somebody say, hey, what about such and such and such and such that does the media shows and everything? He's a very talented guy. And the first thing the ignorant person in the community says is, oh, that faggot ass so-and-so?
Or flamboyant ass.
That flamboyant ass so-and-so, that flaming ass motherfucker, that gay ass motherfucker. Why is everything bit off as derogatory? And then I'm thinking like this. When I say this, if you say that gay guy such and such, I'm not going to be mad at you because, one, if he is gay and he's out of the closet, he's wearing a well, more power to you. I got your back. Okay? But when you say that gay ass, let me tell you what a heterosexual man here. Huh? You use gay ass in a statement.
Gay ass, he want my ass. He ain't never on your dumb ass.
Yeah.
Think about your ass. But
so while we're talking about the media, I'm talking about his profession.
He want your ass.
Yeah, we can be talking about his profession, whether it be media or culinary arts or whatever it is. Your mind is on his ass.
Right. And that was the reason why I asked, because I know that it is important that everybody is included in stuff. But on one hand, it's like, why should my sexuality determine if I do a good job in this
job or not? Right.
And then if I don't say that you're gay, you're a gay carpenter.
Right.
How the fuck is you still gonna build my house?
Right. But you know, Nikki, Nikki, I tell people all the time, because if certain events come up, right, and I look at it as opportunity for exposure for the three of us, right? And we're in a discussion, a circle, and I'll be like, yeah, we can come out, we can cover this event, you know what I'm saying, boom, boom, you know what I'm saying, but you got to allow us to do what we need to do for us if y'all don't have a budget. Now, if y'all have a budget, you do what you want us to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when I say that, and I always gonna say, okay, like I'm saying, if I say, yeah, okay, well, I'm gonna bring the dish and tea team, okay, and it's big meat, boom, boom, boom. It could be 20 motherfuckers there. It's always that one person, and he'll go, "Oh, you talking about that gay ass dude that was?" I'm like, immediately, I'm glad. I'm mad that he does that way.
But you're glad you
But
know
immediately,
who
I'm glad because I have a whole audience.
Right.
And I turn around and say, you know what? The level that we're on in our professional careers is too high for this doggone ignorant ghetto-fied thing that y'all have going on. So maybe I made a mistake.
But no, thank you.
Or we're supposed to be. I said, but I'm going to decline because you got a problem with him, you got a problem with me. And we all know y'all don't want no problem with me. And that's how I walk out.
We a package deal, baby.
Free the hard way, baby. You know what I'm saying?
We a package deal, baby.
What you say, Jeff? I remember having the talk with my friend Big Meech and Pete. I was uncomfortable but receptive. It ended up with lifelong friends. Thank God I am not judgmental. Ooh, you remember that? Oh my God, we were still in high school at the time. We were still in high school at that time. Well, I was still there. Pete had graduated.
Like, why are you letting what somebody else? It's never going to make sense to me. Why are you so obsessed with what somebody's sexual preference is? What the fuck is that doing to you?
I went through 4 years of high school.
You curious than a motherfucker. You want to know what the fuck going on.
Nikki, I went through 4 years of high school. And like I said, like I told Meech about a friend my mother had when we was growing up. He used to take us to the store. He'd race us to the park and everything. His name was Danny. Danny was the coolest dude in the world. Gay as all outdoors.
My cousin Lenny.
But here he is.
And Lenny was the best booster in the city.
I go to high school. Look, I go to high school. My graduating class was almost 600 some people.
Okay.
Your school was smart. Y'all was smart. You was.
No, hold on. He said, but it was one. The only guy that graduated, we went to a vocational school, and he went through the doggone cosmetology and beautician program. He was the only guy in that class. Okay. I was the only guy in the entire school that communicated with him.
We had a guy in our y'all know I went to a Votech school too. We had a guy in our Votech. And I remember somebody asking him, like not even in a crazy way, but like asking him in a it was a kind of secretive way, but we knew it, but it wasn't derogatory. I guess they were just trying to really figure it out. He was like, no, I ain't gay. They was like, well, why are you doing that? He said, because that's where all the girls at.
Okay, right.
But see, dude right here, he was I looked at it,
but
I looked at it like this. He was the guy that he didn't care about it. You know what I'm saying? He'll tell you all top right now. He was like,
that's how my cousin Lenny was. I think that's why it's never been an issue for me.
Right.
It was never even supposed to be an issue for me.
But see, I never even asked.
My cousin was older than us.
Right, and older, yeah.
He was my older cousin, and it was like I don't never not remember knowing him.
Right, and this guy
you got the older person in your family. You're like, well, damn, I don't never remember you.
I mean, this guy was okay. He was.
That was a normal thing.
He was 3 years. I'm trying to remember.
And his whole little crew.
Okay, he was a sophomore. When I came in, he was a sophomore. Okay.
And then my cousin, his whole little crew. My mom used to call Miss One. And I forget his friend name because my mom called him Miss Two so motherfucking much. I don't forgot his goddamn name.
Right, I'm trying to remember his name. I can't remember his name, but everybody I used to get this conversation from different people where they go, what you speaking to that nigga for? And I'm like,
I'd be like, sir, that's your hang up, not mine.
I'm like, he spoke to me first and he walked it through it, but I don't have to explain nothing to you. I said, what did he do to you?
I know they friend. Y'all remember when Jazz? They friend Jazz. Y'all remember Jazz, the one that I post sometimes when she doing the singing thing. Remember I was
yeah.
I think one time she had told them, "Tell you I'll take care of." I said, "I ain't never that mad at no man." Okay. but I love you still.
Okay, right. Lanier said it's projection from the negative that they've been taught about sexuality, especially in some religions where just a thought, which is part of natural curiosity, is treated as wrong. Exactly. Oh, okay, right.
I need us to do some background, some deeper background on the Moors because somebody talked to me about some information the other day that really has had me flabbergasted. So I'm gonna talk to y'all about it. Off scenes, just make sure somebody remind me. They said some shit that I just was like unaware of, and it's really fucking with my heart.
Okay. Meech is the man. Well, thank you. I don't give two poops, not two poops. What he does privately, he's always displayed his heart full of love. Oh, book.
Always,
Stop now.
always.
At the Coney, yeah, we were at the Coney Island, honey. It was a Coney at the on Chicago,
Y'all talking about where y'all used
West
to go
Chicago.
after the club?
After,
And get y'all
no,
greasy
no,
ass
no. This
French
is after
fries?
school. After school, we
Oh,
got our chili cheese fries. There
I
was a
used to
whole
get
different
these
one after the
fries.
club. No, after the club, honey, that was a whole different one. Okay. Okay. When I heard he listened, a great friend throughout the years, he never judged me. I went to prison. Meech never treated me differently. Honey, you Latrobe child. Now you know that's part of us. That's part of who we are. That's Latrobe that's our. Y'all know we have made a bond in our high school drama class. And
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know many of us who have stuck to that. You know, I hear it, but when you watch Sister Act 2, that was us, okay, at Cody High School. And so when we created our drama department, we were Latrobe Des Arts. That's what we came up with. And so when we all graduated, it was Latrobe for life.
Yeah,
So
that's
the
what's
thing
up.
was, whatever you were part of, it was to support. You know, when
Right.
Derek was a part of the nation, honey, I used to see him, and I wasn't buying the final call or whatever, but because my brother was out there doing his hustle, I would get one from him, and to support his business. That's that's just who
But
we
see,
were.
that's the difference between these generations now, because then we built an alliance. When I was like right now, you can go through my stuff and you will see me talking to a guy named Mitch Hargon on my Facebook.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and you will see where we end our conversations. It says SVS, the number 4, and life. SVS stands for Simeon Vocational School.
Okay.
Come
And
on.
we have been so tight. We drank our first beer together.
How about that?
So, and the funny thing about it, a store was being robbed. The guy was stealing beer, and he's running because he about to get shot at from the owner. And he started dropping beers, running down the street. We walking home from school.
Mm-mm.
We walking home from school. We watching this happen in front of us, and so we looking around. So we picked up the beers and put them on our book bags, and we walked them through the alley. And we started.
Right. Hello.
So that's a story that we share and a bond that we share. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Right.
he just called me the other night. He's so worried about me down here. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I was worried about him because he got twin boys, right? They're older, and they had just came home from school in Chicago. Now, they just came home from school. While they were home, one was visiting family across town. The other one was chilling on the porch like he did growing up in the neighborhood he grew up in.
Right.
And these ignorant motherfuckers rolled by and shot him 8 times. He ain't been home. He been in school getting an education. So he ain't in no mess. But he survived,
Oh my God.
But for you to drive by randomly and just shoot this man 8 times that you don't even know.
Oh,
Y'all
my
do.
God.
Listen.
Oh, hold
Y'all
on.
do.
Let me tell you what he did.
Go ahead.
I got the message. If you go on my page, you'll see us talking. It said, that was it, bro. He said, that was it. He said, he asked me immediately. He said, it was funny. He said it. He said, I need to know, was DeKalb and what he said, I think DeKalb, Clayton County, he said, and McDonough. Here, I said, I live in McDonough. He was like, oh, okay. He said, good. I was like, what's going on? He said, oh, we moving.
Okay. Right. Right.
I said,
Lord.
damn.
Right.
And that house they live in, Mitch grew up in, his mama grew up in, his grandmother bought the house, and Mitch ended up being with the house when both of them passed.
Mm.
So now you got a family home up there that you got to sell.
Right. Oh. All right, let me get through these trivia questions real quick so we can let the folks go. Now, y'all got your thinking caps on?
Come on, because y'all know I'm sleeping, but I'm going to try. Red.
I know. Okay,
Red.
question number 1. The first black man to graduate from an American college was John. Wait a minute. Do I need to get my damn glasses?
Yeah, read that over.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to because this is kind of double. The print is too small. The first black man to graduate college from an American college was John Russwurm. From what school did he graduate? I'll repeat that. The first black man to graduate from an American college was John Russwurm. From what school did he graduate?
John Warner attended the University of Virginia School of Law, Washington,
My
and
fucking nerves.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get my glasses, honey. Not Warner, Russwurm. Russwurm. Yeah, but don't you don't know it. Don't get the damn Google. We got the trivia.
That's
I got the answer.
My phone is right here. There you go. Okay, hold on. Go ahead.
Okay, but no, I don't have multiple choice. No, it's not multiple choice.
Who is?
Okay, the answer is Bowdoin College, Bowdoin, Bowdoin College. Russwurm went on to become editor of the first black newspaper in the U.S. Okay.
So they had a black newspaper.
Right, the first black newspaper. Okay. Now the second question was, wait a minute, what? It said the first black newspaper in the United States was called Freedom's Journal, Freedom's Weekly, or the New York Weekly News.
Freedom's Journal.
Right, Freedom's Journal, exactly. Okay, number 3. In 1834, the legislature of South Carolina passed a law prohibiting the teaching of all black children. True or false?
True.
True.
That's true. Okay. In 1839, the University of Wisconsin refused a large donation when the donor insisted the funds he used be used only for white students. True or false?
True.
I think
Yeah,
false.
that's true. No, that's true. That's true.
I was going to say, because y'all know some of them colleges be like, well.
Right, exactly.
Won't tell us what the fuck.
Which American city opened the first public school system for blacks in 1864?
American City.
Which American city opened the first school for blacks in 1864?
Chicago.
No. Good choice though, but
Was it Detroit? Was it Detroit? No, not Detroit. Was it Philly?
Boom, boom.
New York?
It was the District of Columbia.
Oh, D.C.
D.C. W.E.B. Du Bois.
Yeah, Princess, they did that in your city.
W.E.B. Du Bois's initials stand for what?
Oh, shit.
Damn, I used to know that school.
Me too.
W.E. It's oh Lord. W.E. Yeah, wait.
All right, time's up.
Damn. Hey, y'all know I got all this shit on W.E.B.
I know, I see it. William Edward Burghardt.
Right, I was sitting here. I couldn't get the second part. I knew William.
Okay.
Shit, I got on W.E.B. Du Bois down.
But no, I'm sitting here. I'm saying William to myself, but right. I couldn't remember the E.B.
That part, that's what I was waiting on for somebody to say. D.C. is not a city. It's exactly. It's the district. It's not a city.
It's not a city. It's a district.
And they need to make it a state. Right.
Right.
Actually, they need to make DC a state
Because what
because
is it? It's
Washington
like
DC
more
is still
of
not a state.
right. Is it like in Maryland or is it in Virginia? It's like it's more Maryland, right?
Okay. All right. Angry
wait.
at the huh?
You said, wait a minute.
It's more Maryland. Like it's closer to Maryland. Why they don't just put it as a
What,
part of Maryland?
talking about DC?
Yeah.
Yeah, the District of Columbia.
Yeah, but everybody in DC and they say DC, Maryland.
Right.
But it's not in Maryland. It's its own shit.
That's crazy though.
Okay.
It's the
Yeah,
only
they
thing in the
are.
whole United States that it's its own shit.
Yeah, they are, princess, that they're working on the statehood. But child, we were trying to get them to be the 51st state for the longest time, and we don't know what the hell the holdup is.
Puerto Rico, the 51st state.
How about that?
I was
Okay.
getting ready to say,
Okay. Let's see. Angry at the slow progress of race relations in the U.S., W.E.B. Du Bois moved to which African country in 1961?
was it Ghana?
Yep,
Guyanese.
that's it.
Y'all know I love my African stuff. I might not remember
Okay.
shit else.
Which American city was founded by a black man named John Baptiste Point du Sabat?
Chicago.
Yep. That's it. That's it.
Step in the name of love. Yes, come on, Mr.
Okay. Do I say something about do Sable?
It's DuSable.
Right. Establish a trading post at the national crossroads between the Mississippi and the Great Lakes, where Europeans and Indians could exchange goods.
Right.
I couldn't hear. You was going in and out. I couldn't hear.
Huh?
I only heard like every other word.
Oh, okay. DuSable established a trading post at the natural crossroads between the Mississippi and the Great Lakes, where Europeans and Indians could exchange goods.
Okay, now let me give
Is
you
that a true or false?
let me give you a
No,
geographical.
that's the answer for Chicago.
Oh.
That's for Chicago. I'm gonna give you a geographical connection to what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
What is the definition of an island?
Supposed to be a body of land surrounded by water.
The city of Chicago is surrounded by water because of that doggone outlet of the Mississippi River.
Uh-huh.
The entire city of Chicago is surrounded by water. No matter where you go, east, west, north, south, you cross water.
Right. Right.
So is it a city or an island?
How about that?
Come on through here and fuck with the people's head.
The Apollo Theater, famous for its role in the Harlem Renaissance, was originally opened in as a white-only theater in 1913. True or false?
True.
True. The doors were open to mixed audiences in 1934, but only blacks were allowed to perform.
Yep.
Ain't that nothing?
Come through the back door.
How about that?
Right.
Okay. Lewis Latimer supervised the installation of electric light plants in the United States. True or false?
Electric light plants?
Uh-huh.
This is true.
I was going to say, yeah, that's true. Like, why are they trying to make the words fancy?
Okay.
I want you to make sure that there's electric light.
I was going to say, what the
there's the filaments of the bulb. See, we black folks create everything we use every day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I got my Umoja bulbs in here right now.
Okay. They said the doors. I'm sorry. No, that was just a true statement. Okay. What was the blues singer Leadbelly's real name?
Fred, you better know this one.
You said who belly?
Leadbelly.
Leadbelly. What was his real name?
Ooh. So we say blues singer Leadbelly. I don't know Leadbelly. That's way before me.
Yeah. Okay. His name was Huddy. Huddy. Huddy Ledbetter.
Ledbetter.
Look, I just looked it up. Ledbetter. His middle name is William.
Okay. Wait a minute. I like that because that's true. Edison sued him and lost. Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Okay,
Kevin
has
need to be
anybody
suing no
seen?
motherfucking body all the shit he stole.
Has anybody been to Chicago to see the pyramid? What pyramid? I don't know about a pyramid. What pyramid are you talking about? That's Haji,
I seen him.
but not in Chicago. You was out of the country. Okay, final
They say we
question.
got some somewhere.
Who was the first Black American appointed to the Supreme Court?
Thurgood Marshall.
Thurgood Marshall.
Right. Thurgood Marshall was appointed in
How quick I was with that, baby. You see how quick I was with that?
We a little smart. Look, we a little smart. We a little smart. We a little smart.
Okay.
Those are good.
Well, that's
though. I
easier
like
for
that.
me because I had the answers right here, but some of them I knew. Okay, right. but yeah.
I like
Again,
those.
that comes from my board
Which deck
game.
is that? Oh, that came from the board game.
That came from my board game, the Black Heritage Trivia game. Okay. Now, I told you I done had this damn game for like 17 years. I've never played it. Okay, because because folks are not into board games and stuff anymore. I've been wanting to play this game and all that kind of
Game
stuff.
night is dope. We need to have game night.
I know.
Yeah, game night, you know what I'm saying? But then it's hard to find the people that's intellectual enough to sit their ass down and learn something.
Without getting mad or claiming that they bored because they can't answer no questions.
Motherfuckers, you gonna give them some drinks, they'll play it. What?
Hey, you know, ain't no batteries in a board game.
Right, huh? Okay, shut up.
And the ones with batteries ain't bored.
Okay.
Long as
Brooke
it
say
ain't
he
18
had,
inches.
honey.
Red, you heard?
Okay.
Long as it ain't 18 inches.
Right. So be that as it may, that was fun. That was you know, educational and things of that nature got you thinking. You know, it gets it. This is the kind of stuff that I want to be doing. So I know for the rest of the month, I want to make sure that I read a card or something because I want to make sure that we get the most out of this particular month. I know the homework assignment that I had not been trying to collect on. I would tell everybody to name someone in Black history who has not been talked about that ought to be. You know, because when we go Black history, we know we got the trifecta. We got Martin, Malcolm, and Rosa. You know, then we get the other super fans. You get Frederick Douglass. You get Charles Drew. You get
Harriet Tubman.
Yeah, you know, we get all those girls. Okay. And that there's cute.
Carver, we get Carver.
That's what I was thinking. Carver. I was thinking George Washington Carver. That's the Peanut Man. So I wanted us to go in and get names that either we don't talk about or ought to be talked about. You know, and I'm looking for those names.
Find them in the thing that you're interested in.
Right.
Like
and
for
that's
me,
the point.
Paul Robeson is important.
And exactly.
Hattie McDaniels is important. We talk about it, but not that much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Find whatever your thing is and see who's inspiring. Go look up somebody Black that's inspiring and what it is that's important to you. And
because you know, I look at it because I was trying to say who was the first Black-owned security company here in America. You know, and I'm still looking for it. But what I did find was the first Black woman company. And she done took her company to where now, and she's here in Atlanta. How about that?
Okay.
She's here in Atlanta, and her company has grown big to where I think she's on the stock market exchange now.
What's the name of it?
Hold on, let me pull it up. Let me pull it up because I had this the other day, but I shut the computer down. And I'm trying to think of her name, Dallin, because I met her actually. Because what it was, what was going on something was going on down here. And that's how I found out about her. I was like, what? A Black female-owned security company?
I don't know why I want to think it's all in one. I'm not sure.
No, wait a minute. Don't.
They work for.
Don't. Okay. And the reason why I wanted to see who's the first one, because having been in security for so long, um, I've always wanted to see what it was because, again, here we go. It was always something to work for a security company.
Right.
Um, because Black-owned companies never wanted to pay right, at least in my experience.
Right.
Okay. And it pissed me off all the damn time. I'm like, every time I come to you motherfuckers, it is all in one. You're right.
Well, I'm gonna give you.
Listen, and you know why? Nobody ever told me that because they don't call me 50,000 fucking times. I even went, but all in one. And I'm not trying to be smart or nothing, but all in one don't have no benefits. They don't offer any benefits. Okay.
Well, here, take this right here. You got a pencil.
What?
Yeah. This is mine is gonna be Jane Elliott.
Oh, Jane Elliott.
Yeah. Okay. That is mine. That's mine. If y'all want to know about Jane Elliott, you'll know that she talks black. She taught a class of black. She's from Iowa. Black diversity teacher. The blue-eyed, brown-eyed.
Oh, you talking about that white lady that tears their asses to bits.
The blue-eyed, brown-eyed exercise. She was assassinated the day after Martin.
It just had to just pop in my head. I love her. Oh,
assassinated the day after Martin Luther King.
Who?
Jane Elliott.
No, she's still alive.
Wait. Because I was about to say, well, maybe I'm thinking about the wrong lady. Because that blue-eyed, brown-eyed experiment is that other lady. She wasn't assassinated.
I mean, not assassinated. I mean, she got the fucking thing she did the day after the assassination.
Yeah, she did the experiment the day after.
Right, that's what I mean. I was talking about the experiment.
Yeah, she started the experiment the day after.
But the thing is, though, did y'all understand what the experiment was?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was about.
Oh, darling, hello.
Oh, child, come on.
Okay,
that's
okay. Here.
So damn much.
But I was saying, where are those brothers? Okay, let me ask you this.
They got that. What's that show that's on Netflix now where everything is flipped around?
Right. Did you notice in Black History that they show us being sprayed with these whole dogs put on us the whole 9 yards, right? But did you notice that if you pick through Black history, you find some people that had the mentality we have today?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were there. It was just like they didn't have the support that they needed.
But it wasn't enough of them.
It wasn't enough of them. Or the ones who even thought like that was scared.
Bitch, you lying. Stop.
What happened?
Girl, I got to find this bread, honey. I'm sitting up here. I found
something happened.
No. I'm talking. We talking about the girl with the company, right? Mary Parker is her name. Who owns All-in-One Security. She says she started with $500 out of the basement of her house when she moved down here to Atlanta in 2001. Now she's a 500.
Security at the airport is All-in-One.
Okay, so that there is that. But child, I'm sitting up here done clicked on another damn story. The first ever Black-owned sliced bread company.
Okay, I'm here for it.
They are out of Flossmoor, Illinois. Charles Alexander, Mark Edmond, and Jamal Lewis have made
send out the bat signal.
Right.
Okay.
Get us some bread. We need
and it's called Black Bread Company. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh no. And wait a minute. This article is dated for February 8th, 2021. So wait a minute. Did y'all just start the damn company?
Hold on.
What? Now you know I got to order some, right?
Well, wait a
minute. You know I got to order some.
Where?
Huh?
What's the name of it?
Black Bread Company.
Okay, because when I put up Black Bread Company, some shit in Florida came up.
Oh, put up blackbreadco.com.
Oh, well, here we go. Got it. There must be something in Florida too, because that came up for somewhere in Florida.
Well, this is the first on here.
Oh. Oh.
Okay.
$3.99 a loaf.
Well, that's comparable to what's the children? What's the damn what's the children?
Sara Lee.
Yeah, and those girls. They all up in there. They got premium white, honey wheat, and a variety pack. Okay, let me try the honey wheat. Let me see what that is. Okay, so what is it that we do?
Okay, these are 3 young brothers.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, the nutrition of that 80 calories per slice. Okay, and it's 20 slices per container. A
Can we
serving
order
size is 1 slice. So that means that's 160 calories for a sandwich on just the bread alone.
just the bread? That's
And
not bad.
Okay.
Bread.
they got merchandise.
1% total fat, no trans grams and no trans fat, no cholesterol, 7% sodium. Wait a minute. It counts for 7%
So
of
everything
what
is
it is.
on
The sodium.
pre-order. Are they actually open yet?
I don't know. That
Everything
might
says
be
pre-order.
yeah, it says pre-order. But honey, they got packaging and stuff. So wait a minute, my purchase today supports the efforts of the Black Bread Company. I understand that my pre-order purchase will be shipped out beginning the week of February 15th. So that's next week. That's
Oh,
Monday.
I'm
So
about to order me
they
some
kicking it
bread.
off. Oh, bitch, I'm in. I'm
I
in.
see the
I am
honey wheat.
in. I am fucking in. 3 grams of protein, 150 milligrams of salt, 14 grams of
Do
carbohydrates.
we have any rye?
No, not at the moment. It's
I'll get this
31
honey
milligrams
wheat
of
though.
calcium, 1 milligram of iron, 41 milligrams of potassium. Interesting. Okay. Oh, really? Really? Okay. 0.1 milligram thiamine, 0.1 milligram of riboflavin, 1 milligram niacin. Those are all your B vitamins right there. Folate, 25 micrograms.
Keisha, there's a black-owned
Okay.
bread company.
Oh,
There's a
okay. Here goes the
black-owned
merch. I see
bread
the merch.
company.
Okay. Okay. Well, what you say, cheering?
The merchandise is dope.
The hat, the mug, and the shirt.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the hoodie that say Black Bread on it.
Oh, I don't see the hoodie. Wait a minute.
Under adults.
Hold on.
It's got full collection. Then they got adults. And then they got kid and toddlers. And then they got lifestyle with the cup, with the coffee mug.
Okay. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I gotta hit the merch. Oh, there we go. And you know what?
Let me
I'm
tell you
sorry,
about see
everybody.
how
I should have shared this
black people
screen.
ain't never grateful. Let me explain something to y'all real quick. I tell this alpha, Keish, it's a black-owned bread company. I said right now they only got white and honey wheat. They ain't got no potato bread. What kind of black? See, black motherfuckers always ungrateful. Why you can't be happy for the 3 young brothers? Black-owned bread company.
And you worried about a recipe a white man made.
Get this wheat bread. It symbolizes the blackness in us.
Okay.
I think I'm about to order some.
Well, they got the beanie with the dog on.
Yes, honey. Yes.
Do you see the baby onesie?
Listen, I did. Hold on. For everybody who's
It's so
okay.
cute. I don't mean no harm, but I ain't paying $18 for damn onesie. I don't give a shit who made it.
Well, hold on. Let me share. I'm gonna share my screen, honey. I got to share the screen for the children. Okay, share screen.
I'm trying to think. How
I'm
much
gonna
was
go
those onesies
here.
I just paid for? I just paid for some melanated onesies. They cute for the kids.
Okay, y'all see this? Okay, how cute?
I
How
love the
cute! I just not caught
packaging.
the premium white packaging, honey. That's the white bread in the black wrapper.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then the honey wheat is in the gold wrapper. That's cute with the
That's
black.
the one I'm gonna get. I don't eat white bread unless it's a sandwich from the store.
Okay. Okay, that is too cute.
I'm getting that because the quantity is 2 loaves, right?
Right. Right.
We're gonna try
Okay.
it.
I say let's do it. You know, I'm trying to sit down here and do the thing, honey, for the children. Okay. Because I think, yeah, I think this is everything. Okay. The first, and then, child, did y'all get the link that I showed y'all about the black owned cereal?
I
No.
did it.
No. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Y'all see the merchandise right here, child? They got t-shirts, okay, hats, and a little
Love.
thing. Wait a minute. We're going
I
to head to
love
the merch.
it.
Come on. Okay. Here's the little do I did. He said the ones that are everything, child.
So, bitch,
Okay.
I'm about to send you $9 right now. Put
Okay.
my order with yours. That way we all
Okay.
pay like one shipping and handling.
Right. Right.
I want honey wheat, okay?
Oh yeah, because that's what I'm getting. So they got wonderful merch here, okay, little beanies and things, little hats, and you know, all this to help support them and all of that, little coffee mugs and you know, little logo hat and care. Look at that, chair. Okay. I think that this is wait a minute. I want to let me wait a minute, I gotta share the other screen. Hold on. So y'all can see who the brothers are. Okay. So y'all can see who they are. Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. There we go. I'm on that screen. I should go nothing nasty pop up.
Come on,
Y'all see these
guys.
brothers right here?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, I sent it to you. Order mine whenever you order yours.
All right. And there you have it, honey. Okay, look at that. And they all are Illinois, honey.
Yes, come on, Chi-Town.
Flossmoor, Illinois. How close is that to Chicago?
I'm not sure. I know where I've been through there. That's, when you said it, I knew the damn town. Let me see.
12/14. Happy birthday, Timmy.
Okay.
Okay, then they don't went.
Chicago.
And what?
Hold on. You had started talking. I got to write it here.
Here is some information about Chicago.
Shut up.
Chicago, on Lake Michigan, Illinois, is among the largest cities in the U.S. famed for its bold architecture. It has a skyline punctuated by skyscrapers such as the iconic John Hancock Center, 1,451 ft.
This
Oh, they're
motherfucker
trying to do a brioche.
You hear me? This motherfucker say you could take the metro, so it's only 28 miles from Chicago.
Oh, okay.
So it's really in Chicago.
It's in Chicago. It's yeah.
It's right there where my son and mama live at, by Tinley Park. It's on the west side.
Oh, okay.
It's right there. It's right there. Right there. It's in the city.
They say our motto is "Come correct." Ha! And you will see that in every facet of the business, Lewis said, from marketing, branding, as well as the taste of our bread. We ultimately want Black people to start looking into where they spend their money and see how it would benefit our communities. Too often we spend money without being intentional. Ha! Black Bread Company has officially launched their online shop where their high quality honey wheat and premium white bread can be purchased. Since then, they have received overwhelming support. They are looking forward to adding more products such as hot dog and hamburger buns, multi-grain bread, and brioche, as well as having their products soon available in local grocery stores.
That's Naomi's
side. Remember when we was little, everything was
west side,
Black owned around us. There was a Black owned bakery. There was a Black owned candy shop. Remember the real candy shops?
Right.
Shops? You didn't have to go to the mall, but you went in there. They had all those delicate chocolates, and y'all know I'm in love. I'll be in love with truffles. I swear to God.
Hey,
you know what?
Catch me on the right day with a good buckle.
Hey, you know what I miss as a kid? Is my mother used to take me to one of them shops like that. What you talking about? and they will have that handmade, homemade fudge in them.
The motherfucker be so good it can make your teeth hurt.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she always would give me the I get a chunk of doggone
the little chunk.
regular fudge, and I get a chunk of maple fudge.
Okay, how about that?
Baby, I was the dark chocolate covered pretzels.
Them little places, man. It used to be one in Underground.
Really? When we grew up, it was right up the street from my grandmother's house, right on Girard Avenue.
Let me ask you this, Nikki.
Hmm?
The Phillies, the stadium. What street is that?
The stadium?
Yeah.
Philly Stadium. It's down South Philly. It's one of those things where it's so big that it's on more than one block.
Okay, but I'm talking about the block where you walk down, and then when you get about 4 or 5 blocks from it, then you got like retail places, like beauty salons and like that.
Broad Street.
Because right across the side I'm talking about, right across the street, you got doggone what they call them, brownstones.
The row homes. That's all of Philly, but yeah.
But right across the street, I'm talking about that. And if we go down on the opposite side of the street, if you go down, like I said, like a few more blocks, you see where it's got retail stores and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, because it's down South Philly, so it could be Broad Street because it winds up being on about 4 different blocks.
Yeah.
Let me see. Siri, what street is the Philadelphia Phillies Stadium on?
The Phillies play home games at Citizens Bank Park.
I know where the hell they play it at. I asked you what street is it on. Keish, what street is the Citizens Park on? The Philly Stadium. Is that Broad Street? The Phillies one though, Citizens Park. Yeah. Keisha said yes, Broad Street.
So that's where
a piece of fudge sounds so good right now.
That's where my great grandmother lived.
I think you was telling me about that before. Yeah.
Okay.
And see, Broad Street is one of those streets for us that goes from one side of Philadelphia all the way to the other side.
But see, my aunt, which my grandmother's sister, for 30 years, she had a salon right there on Broad Street called Colleen.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And I used to right across the street from her, bro. Oh my God.
Right. And see, back in the day, everything in your neighborhoods was like black owned. Like I remember our store at the corner, Mr. Fishman. He had stuff in his store. He did sell fish. But he had candy and shit like that too. Then up the street, we had Miss Geneva's. Well, actually, Miss Geneva had 2 motherfucking stores. She had one right there at the corner of my grandmother's block, and then it was like the caddy corner and stuff like that. And then Mr. Jimmy's. All of them was right there at each corner. And it was all owned by black people. It was like my Aunt Dot, her store was at the end of my grandma's block and 1 block over.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? As a little girl, I would go around there and work in the store. She would teach us, little girl, they teaching us how to work the cash register and stuff like that. It was that all the way around us. In Philadelphia, I don't know if y'all we had a historical, because they was trying to get them not to close it, because they was trying to make it a Philadelphia landmark. It was the hat shop. Meech, I'm pretty sure your mama done talked about that hat shop. Anybody who's anybody.
Right.
That hat shop, 29th and Girard, had been there almost my whole time. When they said that they was going to sell that neighborhood was in an uproar. They was doing everything they could to make sure that didn't happen, and it still happened. The gentrification of the shit. I remember our Lisa Thomas Laurie. She was a newscaster. Actually, she was Shaka Fatah's wife, so she dropped out of the thing when he. Shaka Fatah, the politician, he got in whatever trouble he got in. She dropped out of the thing, but that was things like that we remember as kids.
Right,
like
right.
Everybody's grandma went to that.
Because I used to buy. It was a black guy every day. By the time I go down there and help her in the morning when she done her first few clients, I would sweep up. This was the summertime because I would go to Philly in the summer, and I would sweep up. Hair and all that, and get situated for the next client. By the time the afternoon comes, I would go to that front window, and that black man was there every day between noon and 1 o'clock. He rolled that cart up there, and he had them hot pretzels on the street right there.
Let me tell you, me and Keisha Cole was just talking about the
Oh my goodness.
pretzels, y'all.
Yo, you ain't had no pretzel. Fuck Auntie Annie's. Okay, you ain't had.
Okay.
She ain't got shit on
They
our
ain't getting no
pretzels.
shit.
And now, Red, the next time when you go to Philly, we got what's called the Philadelphia Pretzel Company.
Yeah.
Because I think they stopped letting them do that because I think they was deeming it like not sanitary and shit like that. Babe, when I tell you this Philadelphia Pretzel Company, y'all know you ever had some of that real good mustard?
Yeah.
The one that make your motherfucking nose open up.
Okay, yeah.
So
With
not
that
only when you
horseradish
go to
sauce in it,
Philadelphia
yeah.
Pretzel Company do you get the big ass bag of pretzels because you buy the whole. They don't sell like one pretzel.
Mm-hmm.
You buy the pretzel, they warm as hell.
Yes.
Do you get some of that spicy mustard?
Yes, ma'am.
We was just talking about that when we was at Ruby Tuesdays earlier today.
That was my lunch. That used to be my lunch. I would go over there, and that man see me crossing the street. And he'll have my mustard and my dog. Boom, boy.
Because you'll usually see the man on the corner or in the middle of the intersection. You know the island that be in the middle of the thing?
Yeah.
They got newspapers and pretzels.
Pretzels.
You can get your daily news and your motherfucking pretzels on your way to work. Almost on every intersection.
Well, on that note, children, let the good people go ahead on and finish their evenings.
All right.
And carrying on.
Oh, and Mitch, can I give you let me tell you something. Let me explain something.
Oh wait, we explaining?
Let me explain something.
Wait a minute, let me oh Lord.
The way that you doggone put it down for music in here.
Oh my, yeah, okay.
Boy, I'm gonna slap you when I see you, boy. You
Reg, you gotta come over in the mornings. Tell them what I do with your book in the morning, Meech.
Well, she's on Bigo in the mornings, and yeah, I just happened to come in one day. And I had missed her reading and carrying on, but
how do I come in? Because you know what, Bigo has gotten on my fucking nerve. So
I'll call you when we get off the air.
Okay.
So look, in the mornings, what I do is wherever the book opens is what I read.
That's what I do.
We build on the conversation. Now you know you can see my book a little worn. Because baby, when I got this book, that day that I got this book, it's been like 2 years now.
Yeah.
When I got this book, I read this motherfucker halfway the express. I was catching that express bus. More than half of it was read on my way home from school. I had got it from him at school, read.
Mm-hmm.
And the next morning on my way back to school, I had finished it before the fuck I got to AIU.
Hey, can I ask you something, Nikki? Do you when I do is I pick it up. That's why mine's so neat because I made a home for it when I got him as a gift. Thank you, sir. Okay, I made a home for him on my desk, and the only time they move off of this when I pick them up, open, read it, and I put it right the fuck back where I got it from.
Child, I read it every day. I had let Keisha take it home one time. I had to make her bring it back.
Oh hell no, no, you better not walk 2 feet away from my desk. No, look, the thing is. Do you, in your head, when you're reading this,
hear me? Hell yeah.
Okay, I thought it was me.
I knew what the fuck you was about to say.
I thought it was me. I thought it was me.
Nope.
I go straight into me. I go into the character.
Me too. Because in order to get it all, I have to hear him. And when I hear him, I get the essence of everything that's happening. So we take it one step further. I read an affirmation or a revelation, and then we build a conversation on it.
That's dope.
Meech, it's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah.
Meech came in my room the other day, baby. We do that every morning.
Because when you say stuff and you hear Meech like, to that divine love, I go straight into your voice.
If you don't, it ain't going to even.
It ain't gonna register.
And wait a minute. And when you see something like this, can y'all see where he got ha?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't turned to that shit. It just opened up right there, okay? That's what happened. And you hear him in your head. And it's like, damn, y'all, I can't wait till we go back in and finish recording this.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, well, thank you. Thank y'all, babies. Thank you. I appreciate that. That there.
That's my morning thing. So I gotta hurry up and get the other book because I'm gonna fuck around and read all of them, and then what I'm gonna do?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I keep saying I'm gonna bring it.
That's my morning thing, like the Aunt Nikki thing in the morning. Like I do be on Bigo besides my mandated 2 hours, but my mandated 2 hours is this because and what happened? My shit be 4 hours because they get into it, honey. They get into it. I wish I was getting counted for that, but they don't count past your 2 hours. You're still making your money, but your actual time don't go past. But we don't stop. We don't stop because the conversation gets so crazy. We had a girl in there the other day, and all of us was just giving her the wisdom. She been in every room. She in there with us every time.
Okay, that's good. She
popping every time. We helped her understand that the things that she was going through, it wasn't that you being a bad person. You just gotta wake up.
Right.
Go look at yourself in the mirror, baby. You may be a little bit depressed. And this is what I say every morning to everybody, and I want to tell y'all this too. Today you opened up your eyes, and that was a luxury that everybody didn't get.
Right.
So you need to make it count. And it don't always have to be some big firework ass bullshit, or you feel like you got to do some overwhelming thing to make a difference. No. Say if you've been depressed and you ain't been out the bed in weeks, getting up, taking a shower, and just putting on some clothes and going from your room to the living room might be the difference that you needed that day.
Right. Okay, that's true.
That's why
that was true.
When I said on the radio show the other day, and I said this because I've been going through something, y'all know that. And when you start recognizing the way people move.
Right.
And I said, excuse me, people. If I say hello, just say hello back.
That's it.
Because think about the fact that one of us didn't have to be here to speak to the other.
Well.
And I think that's why I've been reiterating that it's a luxury that we all didn't have.
Right.
Because of what you're going through. Because that resonates with me every day. Like 1 second, we all fine. And the next minute, we might not be. That's a luxury. We have to start treating it like the gift it is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They said, what you want to do over here? I said, I want to laugh, teach, and learn.
And have you noticed that we gotten older? I'm more irritated. You know, remember how it's an etiquette thing and it's chivalrous for you to hold the door for a lady?
Mm-hmm.
You don't hold the door for me. I don't want to be bothered.
Well, my thing is this. I'm irritated not by the person or the black gentleman that doesn't hold the door for a lady, right? With no strings attached. I'm irritated by the woman who looks at you as if it was a crime for you to be nice to her and not want nothing from her.
She don't know nobody.
Right. But that part.
That's another day and another Scarlet. So
we sure will.
It is. Okay.
Meech, put a pin in it.
Right. We're gonna do that tomorrow. You know what? It's what it is. It's after midnight. It is officially February 13th.
Yeah.
I have to say happy birthday on tomorrow's show. An official happy birthday to my sisters. My sisters, they're identical twins, and they are now
happy birthday,
43. Girls. Yes.
Yes.
No, actually, no. They're 44. No, they're 44.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
They made it to the mag.
They're 44. Yeah. Okay. Right. They're 44 now.
Oh, pro. So,
honey, right. Okay, a figure 8 is a double 4, honey. Remember that from Schoolhouse Rock?
Yeah, right.
Figure 8 is double 4. Double 4 is figure 8. Anyway.
Eat y'all kids.
Hey, everybody
later on
everybody, if y'all click into Cupcake's page later or whatever later on today, and gender reveal for my daughters today. Yeah.
Oh shit.
What time is it?
That's right.
Y'all supposed to be here at 2:00 today. Hold on.
Okay. All right.
Today?
Yeah.
All right. We be there 2 o'clock.
Right. We'll be there. Yeah, because I want to get I'm gonna get my cupcake.
Make sure you bring Purple Rain with you.
Right. Which one?
He's talking about me.
Uh-huh.
Yes, honey. You better come on through. Yeah, you know what? Come get me, because then that way, I know Keisha's going to the airport. Cole might be wanting to drive, so I'll come get
Right.
me.
Okay. All right, we'll make that happen. All right, loves, honey, you may finish all of your crumpets, darling, because the tea has been dished, and you've been dishing tea, darlings. Ow. With Big Meech and Aunt Nikki and the big guy ally over there. That there is Big Red, darling. Big Red, honey. Oh, baby, listen, if you love us, tell all of your friends. But if you hate us, tell all of your motherfucking enemies.
And
But
that's
do know
all.
this. One way, shape, one way, shape, style, form, or fashion, honey, everything that we're doing over here
The motherfuckers.
will move forward. My darlings, it has been grand. It has been everything, honey. So until then, I'm gonna let y'all know how this black bread tastes when we get it, because I just ordered 10 loaves. Okay. So 2 of yours, I got you on 2. And yeah. So I'm put the rest of it in the freezer. And
Yep.
we're gonna make sure it's everything. So we're gonna give y'all the update and how the packaging and stuff is.
Because as soon as I taste it, if it's good, I'm putting in my next order. Just putting
Ha,
it in the
okay.
freezer.
So be that as it may. So my darlings, that there be that. And hey, it is what it is. So ah, okay. That was for my baby. And scene, honey.
That, you know, that red looking one? Did you like that one?